Next up is going to be Watcher. This should be a longer run, I would imagine. Last one was only 45 minutes. Usually Watcher runs are approximately 45 hours. We have Nia's Lament available. Choose a rare card for Curse, colorless card, or the standard boss relic swap. Curse for a rare card, I guess, is an option if there's an early shop that we want to go to. We could do 3 fights shop, and then go on this elite. Only 2 elites looks like are available. I guess we could go. The silent run yesterday was only 4 hours. Or wait, no, that must not be true because it was 4 hours at the end of Act 3. Yeah, that was a long one. Probably not. So we could do this elite and then these two. That means we're skipping this sort of bonus fire. It's a pretty nice position to be in because then if we're like low, we can just go to extra fire. And if we're like not low, we can go fight more elites. I like that quite a bit. So I think we are. I guess we could also do 2 fights, 2 question marks in a shop. That's pretty nice too. That way, if one of them's like Serpent, we can, what is it? What is it called? Yeah, it is the Serpent event, like Act 1 Curse for Gold event, or Shrine of Greed, which is always an option. Okay, does that mean we're taking early Curse? Curse for a rare card. Could get like Judgment, which is good in Act 1. Establishment, which is a good build around. Lots of other good stuff. Deva Form, Lessons Learned. I'm usually a boss relic swap gamer, though. Let's switch it up. Let's do a rare card. Blasphemy. It's quite a card. We high rolled the Curse too. Clumsy is the best one. We might not even need to remove that. Could be a Conjure Blade deck. I like Blasphemy a lot. Starting Watchers don't do quite enough damage to like really take advantage of it. But I think Blasphemy has to be the pick here. Blasphemy is so good. If we're really trying to change stuff up, we could pick Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade is pickable. Because Blasphemy is going to put us on kind of a familiar route. There's a lot of wins that direction. I do kind of like Conjure Blade a little bit better if you keep the starting relic, because then you can put 4 energy into the Conjure Blade. Although I guess if you just pick an energy relic, then you can put 4 energy into the Conjure Blade. I don't know. It seems like if you're picking Conjure Blade, you need to like already have a Deva Form in the deck, and we don't. Or like a Deus Ex Machina, I guess that would work too. Yeah, let's just pick the Blasphemy. Let's not get too cute. Okay. Jawworm giving us trouble. We don't have lethal this turn. Blasphemy didn't retain yet. Roar. Alright. Protect is good. Normally I'm not down to take a defensive card on turn 1, but we did pick Blasphemy from Meow, so we're we've got the attack. Consecrate is kind of a nice Blasphemy follow-up. I prefer Conclude, obviously. Blasphemy Conclude is like a run winner, basically. I wish that the Meow card was Establishment, so I could pick this Protect and just be like super set up for the rest of the game. I think I'll take the Consecrate. Protect's a common, we'll probably see another one. We do need some tech still. It's a solution for sentries. We're taking one here, saving the miracle. Seems fine. Do we have lethal? Yeah, Blasphemy Double Strike is lethal. Boop. Foresight helps us draw the Blasphemy at the right time. Deceive Reality is kind of like the Protect we just passed. Deceive Reality is super good. All uncommons here. Meditate is would be the second combo. Man, if this were an establishment deck, holy cow. Starting off with a Protect Meditate. Getting killed by Gremlin Knob. Let's see, so if we pick Foresight, we're probably like looking for weaves and stuff. We do have a curse in the deck, so Foresight helps us avoid it. And Deceive Reality would be our first defensive tool. I do like Deceive Reality quite a lot as a defensive tool. It's kind of silly to compare Deceive Reality to Protect, because Safety is basically a Protect, but it costs one less. So like, you basically Deceive Reality is just a Protect plus, like off the bat. But you can also split it over 2 turns. It's like kind of nuts. But Foresight is also quite good, and doesn't need an upgrade. I'll take the... Yeah, I think I'll take the card... Yeah, right, procs Dex twice. It's insane. I think I'll take the card that, like, saves me health now. Foresight is really appealing. But, like, we're in Act 1, so, like, if we're in a hallway fight and we have to choose between, like, having a card in our hand that, like, doesn't do anything this turn, and a card that, like, blocks for 16, I think we want the card that blocks for 16. Gold for health. We're planning on going to this shop, so gold for health seems pretty responsible. We've got a lot of fires on the route, if we want them. We might be just healing here and then charging through and taking a bunch of elites, though. I think the health is still fine. Curse for gold? No. We can take curse here, but no reason to. Alright, wow. Early Dolly's Mirror. Take Apotheosis. Apotheosis upgrades our Blasphemy, makes it retain. We could upgrade the safety that we generate, which is kind of silly. Like Water is available here too. Dolly's Mirror would copy Deceive Reality. Seems kind of stupid. Yeah, Watcher cards have stupid good upgrades. Go like an Empty Fist or something. Hey, good morning, Onsun. Don't talk to chat, Onsun. Come on. Only me. All eyes on me, chat. Come on. Stay focused. I read the Wikipedia article for parasocial relationships recently because my Twitter was talking about some stuff, and I was reading it and I was like, yeah, that definitely sounds like something that people do. But like also I feel like okay, so parasocial relationships are about like basically viewers having unhealthy relationships with the people they're watching, and it's primarily brought up in the context of like people thinking that celebrities are their friends, right? It's like, oh, I watched you for like 10 seasons on that show, and they're like, well, I've never met you, right? But I think for streaming, it's a little bit different, right? Because it's an asymmetric relationship, but it's an asymmetric relationship that like involves, like, fairly direct contact. I don't know. It kind of depends on the size of the channel too. It's a little bit different. I don't know why I brought that up right now. I guess it's because we were talking about talking to chat. Apotheosis. Apotheosis. Oh, hey, Anson. We tried to set up a time for your playtest. I guess I'm just thinking out loud. I guess we did set up a time. We were doing it like after your stream. Yeah, I mean, Apotheosis is like a big flashy card that makes you run a lot better. And I can't figure out what to Dolly's Mirror or why that's good. I guess like card remove third eye would be fine. Flying Sleeve's another card in the establishment combo. Well, I think the para in parasitic also means by the side of. It's just like, yeah, you're like, yeah. Although, like, Twitch viewership is a lot more friendly than, like, parasitism, right? Like, although there is, like, so parasite has a connotation in English of being, like, an entirely negative relationship, but there are, like, symbiotic parasites, right? Like things that are technically parasites because they, like, live in your gut or something, but, like, you need them to survive, or, like, they help you or something. Like those, the fish that, like, clean off other fish by eating bits of their skin that are decaying or something. Hey, Guitar. As in Paraguay? Yeah, exactly. Screw Paraguay. Such parasites. Nobody in chat has ever asked, but I have strong opinions on Paraguay. Very strong. Very well-founded as well. Alright, let's go with the Apotheosis. That's fun. We could just upgrade it right now. Seems like it immediately becomes the most important upgrade in the deck, and we don't need that much health. We don't even get full value out of this rest. Okay. Triple Sentries, that's basically why we took the Consecrate. I'm sorry for the debate on Sun. I have no opinions on Paraguay. I honestly could not point to Paraguay on the map. I'm going to honor your talk about by looking up where Paraguay is on a map. I know it's in Europe. Oh wait, am I wrong? Shoot, maybe it's in South America. I'm like, whew. Really have no idea anything about Paraguay. Let's learn some stuff about Paraguay. Okay, it's in Africa. Jesus. Oh wait, no, it's in South America. Oh my god. I maps zoomed way into South America, and I was like, this is clearly Africa, because I'm a very worldly person. Let's read the Wikipedia page for Paraguay. Let's learn some stuff. There's only 2 landlocked countries in South America. Oh, weird. It's landlocked, but then they own part of the coast, like, through another country? That's so odd. Wait, which country? This is the ports on the... Oh, I see. They have exits onto rivers. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's some like pretty major rivers. Dude, South America's so lush. It's a developing country. Okay, so we're like. Wait, when people say developing country, is that the like modern PC way of saying third world country, or is that like the sort of murky second world classification? Not that those, like, classifications were ever, like, super useful. Colonized by Spain, obviously. So they're kind of like the North Korea of South America. They were, like, authoritarian and, like, nationalist. Jesus Christ. The Paraguayan war killed 50% of Paraguay's population. Goodness. What a nightmare. Can you imagine living through the aftermath of that when, like, half the people you knew are dead? Good God. Okay, what's going on there, like, modern political history? Or modern political... So they tried to annex part of Bolivia. Man, the present day is literally one sentence in Wikipedia. The mineral industry, yeah, it's a classic hallmark of authoritarian countries, is they have a lot of, like, if you're ever in a situation where the mineral wealth of the country exceeds the value of the population of the country, you're in trouble, because like oh man, okay, all right, hold on. There's lots of people chatting. Taught a world cultures and global issues class. It became apparent to me a bit ago that a lot of my students had a hard time talking about global issues because they have no idea where different countries are. Yep. A lot of South American countries coming out of Spanish rule didn't have the greatest time of it. American influence really didn't help. Does Norway have a lot of mineral wealth? I'm unfamiliar with Norway's like GDP composition. But like the problem, it's not the problem. The problem isn't that they have mineral wealth. The problem is when your mineral wealth exceeds the value of the people in the economy, right? So if you have like a highly skilled population, then having some mineral wealth is fine. It's when you have like a low skilled population and a lot of mineral wealth that the government's like, well, fuck all these people, put them in the mines, you know? Like that's the problem territory. All right, so Apotheosis upgrades our miracle, so it's free. Also makes us hold the blasphemy, which is nice. So holding blasphemy and drawing back to consecrate could be a plan. Does 24 AoE damage. That's true, yeah. Yeah, if your oil's at sea, it's hard to imagine the dictator just being like, everyone on boats! You came out of high school 3rd in your class, and you could hardly tell you where Europe was. There's a whole lot of holes in our education system. Yeah, certainly agree with that. Maybe we just safety this turn? And save the vigilance? Wait, what's the point of saving vigilance exactly? Well, we saved the miracle, I guess, is the main thing. Yeah, we don't want to save miracle. Okay. Alright, so he's below 24, so we could theoretically wait for Consecrate to Wheel. I think we're probably not doing that. But it is an option. Do we have lethal? These strike pluses do 27, so no. Eruption also does 27. If we go into Eruption, we could almost block out. Seems like a dicey strategy. I think we're just going to do the sort of conservative approach of mostly blocking out and getting in some strikes. I'm going to go ahead and put both strikes into him, just in case we only draw one attack. Or no attacks. Yikes. Taking 12 damage. That's real bad. One in 3 chance of drawing Consecrate next turn. We can almost set up for it. These are always happening. No. Anson was once doing some research on Central African countries where there are tons of mineral wealth, And there are a lot of good articles talking about the resource curse theory and how a lot of it is outdated or influenced by Western colonial perspectives. I definitely believe that. Well, here's the consecrate. Doesn't look like we can blasphemy it. I mean, you can't really live in a society and like not pick up on your society's opinions about stuff, right? I guess I'll save the safety. Miss the strike. Boy, we were in this fight for a long time. Please, Mr. Sentries, I just want to leave. Just give me your relic. I just want to get out of here. Alright, next strike kills. That'll do it. Or Calcum. Could have used that before the fight. What do we think? Are we taking 2 more elites? Seems like probably not. Maybe we go to this fire and take 1 more. What does Expunger Plus do? Expunger Plus does 15 damage times X. That seems pretty insane with Apotheosis. I think I am going to pick a Conjure Blade now. Alright, so let's rest here. I don't think resources are a curse. I just think, like, if your country has resources, like, people will try to start corrupting the government, right? Like, resources, like any... Okay, so I'm a little bit of a radical in terms of politics. I'm a libertarian. And I think that any sort of representation is a little bit dangerous, because like anyone you're like that you're giving your power to is like now someone who can be corrupted. And whenever you have mineral wealth, then whoever owns that land becomes like an important. It becomes like a really valuable asset, right? And so since the government sort of implicitly owns all land, like. There's no country where, like, you know, people have, like, true sovereignty over their land, right? Like, that's not how governments work, in general. There's always a temptation for the government to be like, well, we ran out of money, but look at all these diamonds, right? Or for, like, the diamond guy to be like, hey, check it out, like, I'll give you some diamonds if you just ignore what I'm doing over here. And I think that happens in the United States too, right? Like there's corruption everywhere. It's a big deal in Russia. Russia's not like it's not a country. Russia was never really subject to colonialism, right? So it's not like it's not that you would think about that as a country with a resource curse from that perspective. But it's certainly a country that has like a lot of corruption tied up in their mineral wealth. Hey, let's try GG. Thanks for the raid. You're joining us here for a Watcher run. We started out with a Curse for a rare card. Got a Blasphemy. We high-rolled the Curse, so we've just left it in the deck. And thanks for the follow, JGT. And then we went to a shop and bought an Apotheosis. And got a Conjure Blade. So we got 3 rares, which is kind of odd. We're taking the bag of marbles. I wasn't really considering it. I was mostly just talking about politics. Yeah, so Blasphemy Expunger is part of the thing. I'm more excited about Apotheosis Expunger, actually, because it almost doubles it. Takes it to 15 damage per tick. Although I guess Conjure Blade Plus is also fine if it hits that end. Thomas Friedman talks about incentives for governments not to nationalize mineral resources in Lexus and Olive Tree. If a country does this, it's a big warning for future investment in the country. Yeah, for sure. But there's a lot of situations that cause people to make poor decisions about their future, like wars or whatever. Looks like we get an extra fire if we go left. I was planning on going up the middle for some reason, but it doesn't seem like there's any advantage to that. We do an extra fight if we go left. Your family got hit real hard with eminent domain from a natural gas company. They completely destroyed 20 plus acres of our land for a new gas line. That sucks. Do you mind saying where you live, Deep Sleep? I'm curious. Let's upgrade the Conjure Blade. Why are we upgrading? We have a Apotheosis Plus. Western New York, interesting. It's not, I guess there's like some shale activity in the Northeast, is that true? I know it's like, there's like, southern Canada has a lot of like oil sand stuff. I guess you said gas lines, so you must be talking about natural gas. Okay, so if we're talking about cards to upgrade, then we're really asking the question, like, which card do we care about getting upgraded before Apotheosis? And I think the idea of the deck now is to play Conjure Blade for, like, 2. So if we upgrade Conjure Blade, then we get 3 times 15, and that's, like, plenty of damage. So let's upgrade Conjure Blade. A lot of that depends on if you believe globalization is here to stay or a passing economic era. If globalization doesn't last, then perhaps the incentives for countries to encourage foreign development is reduced. That's a take right there. I don't know if I mean, I suppose that, like, in the sort of grand scope of human history, like, there have been several, like, epochs of sort of like development and recession, sort of from a very, like, coarse perspective. It's hard to talk about the progression of society without implicitly encoding your own biases about what progress means, but I think that you could sort of reach a general agreement that societies rise and fall. And certainly, like, in a globalized context, does the fall of society mean the collapse of globalism? It's unclear, right? Like, global supply chains are certainly more fragile now than they have been during some periods in the past. And you could point to the collapse of the Bronze Era as a collapse in international trade, because, like, since bronze depends on, I believe it's tin is the most constrained resource in the production of bronze. Since it depended on tin, and tin, like, came from a couple of specific places in, like, Northern Europe. Yeah, it's tin and copper, but tin is the hard one to find, I believe. But since tin is hard to find, they needed a globalized economy, or not globalized, but like a larger scale economy, to get that tin to the places, to the, like, cities and the rest of the world. And as the society started to decline, those trade routes broke down, and as the trade routes broke down, the production of bronze ceased. And things got worse. We could remove the clumsy, that'd be nice, or we could heal for 15. We do get full value out of the healing, but then we're about to fight Hexaghost, so might as well not heal. And we get quite a bit of value out of removing a curse, so let's do that. Still an easy pool fight. Turn 1 Apotheosis, I guess. Apotheosising our Miracle is surprisingly effective. It's like a pretty big thing we can do. Just gives us a big Conjure Blade. Alright, safety blocks out this turn, and then we'll make a massive Conjure Blade and kill him with it next turn. This is not something you're generally supposed to do to a cultist. This is like way more damage than he can handle. 27 times 5. Yikes. Why is that an easy pool fight? That must be our last one. I didn't realize we didn't take a third one before the first elite. Yeah. So we just took a bunch of fires in the middle part of the act. So we ended up in an easy pool, floor 12. Thanks for the host, Rainhorse. I don't see a chat message for you, but you don't think you'll ever see globalized business disappear, just the parties involved with their relative trading strength will change. I think that's a pretty reasonable assumption, but I don't know if you can actually support that, right? Like, is that, like, there hasn't been any evidence of a global civilization before, so it's like, it's hard to say, like, as demonstrated by the recent pandemic, right? Like, the United States can't really, like, you know, on a whim, produce a bunch of medical supplies, right? Like, we have to import them from China and, like, do stuff, right? Because that's just, like, that's how our economy operates. So if that global economy starts to go away, like, do the other parties in it, like, really survive that transition? Like, maybe. You might enjoy a book called Capital Moves. It's all about RCA trying to find cheaper labor for manufacturing during the 20th century. So much of what globalization depends on is cheap labor, and the fact that transportation is so cheap, coupled with the fact that money is easy to move globally. What happens when there are no more sources of cheap labor, as eventually you start pouring money into countries, the standard of living will go up, and then wages will go up, which will cause labor to become more expensive. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's, like, basically the story of China in the over the last, like, 50 years, right? It's like they intentionally, like, tanked the value of their currency, right? So that their labor was cheap, so that they would get lots of foreign investment, so that they could, like, bootstrap their, like, rural poor economy into, like, a modern global one, and it worked out great for them. And I bear them no ill will. They made lots of cool stuff for us. I appreciate it. Although what that country has become recently, I think, is a little bit more objectionable, right? The, like, sort of bullying other countries on the world stage, exploiting intellectual property, and obviously the atrocities being committed against the Uyghurs. Exactly. Yep. I don't know if I really believe that model continues into the future, though, because while historically capital has chased cheap labor rates, the rise of automation in the 21st century, I think, will have capital just chasing its own tail and skipping labor completely, and just, like, building factories full of no people that create cars, and you can do that in any country. So I would suspect that it would end up happening in a country with as low taxes as possible. It's true, you can definitely say the U.S. Bullied the world. Yeah, although there's a reason the U.S. bullied the world, right? Like, the U.S. was instrumental in like, rebuilding the world and, like, developing sort of the global economy in the aftermath of World War II. Like, really, the U.S. was one of the few countries, like, left standing after World War II, and sort of, like, used that power to build the like, modern liberalism that we live in. But then also abused the power too, so, you know. I guess I'm more talking about the end of the Cold War than I am talking about the end of World War II, but they kind of bleed into each other. Okay, so which one of these cards is really good when upgraded? We could get insights and then upgrade them. That's neat. Sash Whip has a good upgrade. Cut Through Fate has a good upgrade. They're all good, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's true. Very Western perspective. That's totally fair. All right, thanks for chatting, Anton. I think Cut Through Fate's probably good. So we have a lot of energy, but we kind of want to spend all the energy on a big Conjure Blade. And by a lot of energy, I mean 1 turn where we get 5 energy. That's what we have. So I don't know if Cut Through Fate is really appropriate. Cut Through Fate, like, kind of assumes we're gonna get a Deva form. That may or may not be true. We don't really need the damage either, so I think we probably just skip all this. We don't need it. Okay. So we can, like, Deceive Reality, Conjure Blade for 3. If you have the Chemex Relic, does that mean to talk about X for that relic? No, it means I would talk about that one topic for 2 more than... So how much does that one cost? It costs 2,000. So I would talk about it for 0.2% or 0.1% longer, because you would essentially be giving me 2002 bread bucks. Okay. Expunger kills him. Safety blocks. Seems okay. I guess double defend blocks and hold safety. Better. Apotheosis! Give me 1 strike. 1 time. Thank you. Empty Fist has a great upgrade. I don't know if we need an Empty Fist. Seems like Conjure Blade is kind of enough damage. It's kind of a dangerous thought right there, to have only Conjure Blade for damage. I don't feel like that holds up very well in Act 2. Empty Fist is good, but I feel like it's mostly good if you, like, have a tantrum. You, like, need to exit Wrath a lot, whereas the only way we're exiting Wrath here is with Eruption. So I don't feel compelled to take it. Flying Sleeps and Signature Move are both, like, building around something that we don't really need. We've got a big chunky damage thing. Gremlin Knob, here to check out at the deck. See if we got this stuff. Alright, quite a bit of damage on turn 1. A little bit afraid of trying to kill Gremlin Knob with a Conjure Blade. I guess we just Conjure Blade for 4? Is that enough? If we Conjure Blade for 4, he takes 36 from it if we're not in any stance. If we draw it with either Blasphemy or Apotheosis, it's obviously lethal. But if we draw it with neither... Wait, yeah, I guess that's possible, right? It's possible to either not draw the... What is it called? Expunger. Either not draw the Expunger or to not draw either Apotheosis or Blasphemy. So I think as a safety precaution, we're going to Energy Pot for the Conjure Blade. Wait a minute, is that appropriate? No, it's not. So if we bottom deck the Expunger, then the Energy Pot doesn't help us. If we bottom deck either of the other 2, then we have the other one, right? So we're going to draw either Apotheosis or Blasphemy with it. So Energy Pot's not helpful. Unless we want to, like, Deceive Reality too. Actually, is Deceive Reality and Conjure Blade for 3 good enough? Well, the Speed Pot is way better than the Energy Pot, so I'm happy to give away the Energy Pot. Actually, I guess the Energy Pot's pretty good in the boss fight, huh? Because we want to get, like, a really huge Conjure Blade. Okay, so is Deceive Reality, Conjure Blade good enough? We take 1 extra damage this turn to develop a safety. And then this hits for 27, but 27 is plenty if we're in Divinity. And it hits for 45 if we draw Apotheosis, so that's not enough. So let's just play for 4. Okay, we got it. Cool. Yeah, we gotta throw one away anyway. Cultist Potion is way too good. Second Consecrate, Just Lucky, or Evaluate. Just Lucky does not have a great upgrade, so Apotheosis doesn't feel super good with that. Do we take an Evaluate? I do really love upgraded insights. Evaluate isn't bad. It's a way of adding block to the deck without adding too many cards. And I think if we have an Expunger and we're trying to draw to it, having an Insight in the deck is pretty good too. I think I will take it. I almost never take Evaluate, so this is a big moment for me. I guess we're throwing away a Speed pot for Cultist Pot, because Expunger is so energy hungry, or Conjure Blade is. Yeah, it's true. It's really curious that it doesn't show the upgraded generated card. Like, there's no way to see it. You just have to look at the wiki. It might be kind of confusing, though, because, like, if you upgrade Deceive Reality and they showed you the upgraded safety, you might be like, well, do I get a safety plus? But you don't. It still generates a safety, right? So the associated card with Deceive Reality plus is still safety minus. But I do wish you could see the safety plus somehow. I guess you can if you go into the, like, collection and you look at safety specifically. Maybe we take the Cultist Potion over the Energy Potion. Cultist Potion is, like, just kills him over the long run. We don't really need the Energy Pot. Maybe the big brain play is to, like, throw away the Speed Pot and save the Energy Pot for Act 2. I think we can probably get away with that. Alright. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Quarix, but, like, okay, so I'm a game developer, right? So a lot of the things I say are from a game developer perspective. So when I'm worried about players not understanding things, I'm not worried about you not understanding things, because you, I haven't seen you or interacted with you before, but you're watching a Twitch stream, and the first thing that you said implies that you already know about master realities. Clearly you're not, this is not, like, the first time you played the game. What I'm mainly worried about is somebody, the first time they play the game, like, right-clicking and being like, oh, look, I could see more of the card, and, like, clicking View Upgrade and then getting confused, right? And so, like, I'm worried about that, like, the quality of the player experience, and the potential for that to confuse, like, an arbitrary person. Yeah. I want to keep smithing stuff, because I have extra health, but, like, what would I smith? We've already got Apotheosis upgraded, so, like, what's the point? Maybe we should take a recall here? Seems like we can. Yeah, okay. Fine. Take that, Hexaghost. No respect. Alright. Cultist Spot is happening, and so are these. Other things are not helpful. Front-loading the exceptions and special rules too early will scare most players away, though. What do you mean by that? Are you trying to justify the current behavior by saying that the alternate behavior would front-load a rule? Or, I guess you're trying to defend the proposed behavior where we showed Expunger Plus. This I also hate. I wish when you are looking at an upgraded card, I wish that the View Upgrade box was already checked so that you could uncheck it. Lots of problems. It seems like Evaluate Defend is probably happening. Or we could just Conjure Blade for 5 right now. Or I guess 7, if we want to blow the energy pot. Evaluate Defend is sort of surprisingly poor here because we have the Orichalcum. So let's talk about the Path of Exile passive tree. It's not the skill tree. So the point of Path of Exile is that it checks all the boxes, right? If you just like, if you wanted to design an ARPG and you were like, all right, let's have a skill that like shoots an arrow that when it hits somebody it splits into multiple arrows and those arrows explode, right? Okay, let's have a different skill that shoots an arrow and when that one splits, but it just splits into lightning bolts, right? And let's have a different skill that like it shoots an arrow and when that one hits somebody, it like bounces back and splits, right? And just come up with every single possible skill you can imagine. That's Path of Exile, right? That's what those players want. That's what that game is, and it gives it to them. But it's actually not the tree that you're looking at that does that. It's the little gems that you put into your equipment that give you your skills and modify them in such a way that you can have anything. And then the what you're calling the skill tree, the passive tree, just gives you little marginal bonuses to it, and it's just so you can like nerd out, right? It's literally the point of that thing is that you can just imagine clicking all the buttons and you can like scroll around and be like, whoa, I could get plus 5% critical damage if I went over here. Like, that's crazy. You can go online and play with the little calculators and like, yeah, it's just there. It's fun for a very specific type of person, and it's exactly the type of person who enjoys Path of Exile. So I think they know exactly who their player base is, and I think they nailed it. But the purpose of that is not to intimidate new players, but it's also not for new players, right? It's for people who want to like go super deep on something, which is the whole pitch for Path of Exile. So Path of Exile basically doesn't care about new players, which you will experience if you ever try to play Path of Exile. It's like, this isn't very fun. It's like, no, you need to play it for like 10 hours and like commit that time, and then you can start having fun, maybe, right? You need to like figure out what it is, and then you can figure out what you want to do with it. Okay, I think we're just going to Miracle put Conjure Blade. That gives us a chance to play Conjure Blade before we play Apotheosis, which upgrades our Conjure Blade, or our Expunger, and it still hits it for 5. We missed 5 health because Orichalcum is 5 less than Evaluate Defend, but we definitely want to be playing Conjure Blade this turn. So let's do that. And I think we're still trying to save the energy pot for Act 2. This is not like the ideal rollout, but I think it's fine. Energy pot would be fun. That's true. I'm not familiar if they're doing seasons. I would assume they're still doing seasons. I'm kind of surprised to hear that they are not. Vigilant Strike, or I guess we could just like double strike. It's kind of awkward. Double strike and let Orichalcum block. I guess I want to play Deceive Reality because next turn we're not guaranteed to draw any block. We probably don't need to block for much though, because he what does he do next turn? Does he attack for like 6 times 2? It's not the buff turn yet, that's like the 3rd fire. Alright, let's try to not lose any more health in this fight. I think we can accomplish that. We have a cultist spot ticking, so we don't like, yeah, if we just wait, we'll be fine. Alright, Apotheosis is going. We're always playing Expunger, I think. I'm not skipping 100 damage. And we can play Safety to block out, or Defend and take 4. Yeah, seasons are really fun in Path of Exile, because like, you can't make builds for Path of Exile, right? You don't build around like big unique items like you do in Diablo. So Path of Exile is all about like, oh cool, I found the high level bow with like 3 red slots next to each other. Like, what do we do with that? Yeah, I said I was trying not to lose any more health, so let's safety. We're pretty committed to that now. Maybe that's not correct, but... Evaluate helps draw me back to the thing. I think that's all we really care about, is drawing back to the expunger. We don't really need to be in calm. I guess it doesn't hurt. Our race events are grouped into seasons. The medallion season contains 125 events. Jeez. 2016. That's quite a while ago. I guess they stopped. All right. I guess we need to block for 20. So safety done. Actually, vigilance defend would have done it. That's a mistake. Shouldn't have burned safety. There's no reason to. But presumably we're getting lethal soon. 16 times 6 is 96, so we have lethal now. It feels kind of bad to not do it with the expunger, but it would also be stupid to just skip lethal, because something else is more fun. Okay. Lessons learned? We really don't need that. We don't need upgrades. We have Apotheosis plus. Okay, alright, so lessons learned is worse than skip. We don't want a second blasphemy, that's stupid. Do we have our omniscience? There's not really a good omniscience target here. We could go play an insight twice, that's kind of fun. Like, is that worth 4 energy? The thing that eventually pushed you away from PoE is the cycle of seasons. I don't have a ton of time to commit, so by the time I got powerful, everybody else was already godlike and quitting. Yeah. Omni Conjure Blade. Wait, that's really bad though, isn't it? Because if you omniscience, you spend 4 of your energy, and then your Conjure Blade does nothing. You just like get 2 copies of expunger that hits for 1. Like if we get a Deva form, then omniscience is good. It would proc twice on the same energy, but that's after you spend the 4. Is that true? Yeah. Yeah, BE agrees with me. But Onsen disagrees, so maybe I'm missing it. Hey, Smoke. How's it going? Refined Bean claims it'd be 2 4-energy conjures. And just to be clear, you're saying if I start with 4 energy and then I omniscience, we would get 2 copies of an expunger that does 9 times 5 damage, because we have Conjure Blade Plus? Because that's not my expectation. I think I would get 2 expungers for 1 times 9. Okay. I think we just skip this. This is kind of weird. I don't think we... Like, Omniscience has a lot of big payoffs with any, like, powers, basically. But we don't have any powers. It's a very speculative Omniscience. And I think I'm against it. I was recently uploading a YouTube video, and it was a video in which I took a speculative Meteor Strike and then never played it. And at the end of the video, I was like, I guess I shouldn't have taken the Meteor Strike? I don't know. Like, and this kind of feels like a speculative Meteor Strike to me. So Lessons Learned is worse than Skip because we have Apotheosis. It's just a waste of time. Omniscience, I think, is worse than Skip because it's super speculative. And I think Blasphemy is worse than Skip because we already have one. Double Safety. How would you ever get Safety in your drop pile? Maybe you're talking about playing double Deceive Reality to get 2 safeties. I think we're just skipping. It does let us play Apotheosis early, but it's such an expensive Apotheosis. Like, we have... Apotheosis only costs 1. This costs 4. We're skipping. We don't really have much stance changing stuff. Violet Lotus is here. Ectoplasm seems bad. Ectoplasm notably is the only energy relic here. We have Golden Idol though, so I think we can't take Ectoplasm. I guess that makes it Astrolabe by default. Really bad boss reward section. Skipping the rare and then, like, I guess defaulting into Astrolabe here. Yeah, get the Omamori anyway. Or not Omamori, Omniscience. I guess Violet Lotus is pretty good. I do like Violet Lotus a lot. Yeah, okay. Thanks for testing, BE. The problem with Astrolabe is it gets like a lot of the value is we get upgraded cards, right? It's like neat. It's like a very small version of Pandora's box, but it upgrades them too. And it's like nice. Yeah, Omni with Snecko definitely. That's fair. Maybe we should have considered Snecko when we were looking at Omni, because I did not think about that at all. Snecko is also pretty good with Apotheosis, if you ever get anything that gets a reduced cost. Actually, does Watcher have any significant cards that upgrade to reduce their cost? Is it like Master Reality? Is that the only one? I guess I'll explain that for people who might not know. If you are holding a card whose cost has been randomized by Snecko Eye, and that card's upgrade normally reduces its cost, then if you upgrade that card while it's in your hand, the cost goes down to the newly reduced cost. So like Apotheosis would do that, Blessing of the Forge would do that. So yeah, so Violet Lotus is speculative. Violet Lotus doesn't really do anything now, but maybe we could build stuff such that it does stuff. We do want to do energy manipulation. We have a Conjure Blade. Yeah, exactly. It only reduces it if it would reduce it normally. I wonder if they made a card that increased the cost, would it apply if the Snecko Eye cost was lower? I don't think there's any cards that upgrade to increase cost. Yeah, I guess I'll take a speculative Violet Lotus. It seems like it's better than an Astrolabe, right? Maybe the Astrolabe gets us like Deva form or something. I'm really not a fan of these strikes. I guess I could just get rid of 3 strikes. Could you design a card that increased in cost and was good? Not always good. Because if it increases in cost, then presumably it's not always available. I think you could turn a discrete costed card into an X-cost card and have it be good, which feels a bit like increasing the cost. But I think you could design a card that increased in cost and was interesting, and I think that's probably good enough. Something that has stupid upfront damage. But then why, S-Snake, why wouldn't you just not upgrade it then? Yeah, Redbeard, I understand how it works. I'm not sure if you're trying to explain it to me, but... it'll only reduce the cost. But it'll only reduce it to the upgraded cost. One mana card does 5 times the cost of this card upgrades to 2 mana. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of when I said the X cost card. Oh, really? So you're saying the Apotheosis and wait. So wait, it behaves different if it starts at 0? That's odd. Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, alright, I guess I didn't read your thing carefully enough. Yeah. Weird. No, it doesn't replace the cost. I thought it took the minimum of the cost, but apparently it does something odd. And, like, treats 0 especially. So Astrolabe gets rid of 3 strikes, so we'd go into Act 2 with only 1 strike. That seems pretty good. Could shift the deck in a number of different directions. And Violet Lotus is kind of like hoping that we find a bunch of like energy manipulation, card draw, stance exiting stuff. I don't know if we really even want that though. We've got like a good thing going. I don't think we care about Violet Lotus. Alright, let's just give Astrolabe a chance to win the run. Alright, ironically we get 2 Colmenters and a Spirit Shield. Okay, fine. Well, now I want the other one. We don't have enough money to be highly incentivized to go to a shop. Question marks are a little bit worse than normal because we only have 1 strike, so we're probably not taking bites. Probably not taking apparitions either. Although we do have Apotheosis, so... whatchamacallit? Because we have Apotheosis, our other upgrades are low priority, so we could upgrade the intangibles pretty easily. And because we have Apotheosis, we could upgrade intangibles during the fight, so they don't leave. Does having Apotheosis reduce the value of Astrolabe? Yes, definitely. Yeah, I do like the inner piece thing. Like, you know, turboing around and getting back to our expunger is definitely something we want to do. Also, like, we have 2 retain cards now with Tranquility and Blasphemy, presuming Blasphemy's been upgraded. I guess the Insights also retain, so Spirit Shield could actually hit quite hard, or block pretty well. How do we feel about a Mega Elite? We get 3 elites in the act with that. I think I'd like the Mega Elite a lot better if it was later. If it was like our 3rd elite and it was optional, I'd be pretty into a Mega Elite. I'm kind of afraid of one right now. We can still get 3 elites without doing the Mega Elite as long as we're willing to take that shop. That guy, and that guy. Get 1 extra fire. 1 question mark and a... this is a takeable shop. 3 fights and question mark to charge up for it. I think this is okay. If we end up weak, we can just dodge this elite, get an extra fire. Okay. Do you generally always aim for heart runs? Yes. I don't really have any, like, explanation for that, but I do. I love upgrading the Miracle. That's so fun. We don't need to block here. Spirit Shield blocks over by 1,000,000 here. We could Tranquility, Eruption, Miracle to, like, Conjure Blade for a bazillion. Energy pot. How much energy would we get? So this is net +1, so we'd be able to 4, 6, 8. Get a Expunger for 9. I wish that I could block without Spirit Shield. I guess Spirit Shield, Miracle, Conjure Blade is probably good enough. We end up getting a 4x Expunger. 4 times 9 is 36, but 4 times 27 is plenty. You have Inner Peace coming, so end in Calm. Well, I mean, we can just hold the Tranquility, so we can do that whenever. Let's see, we need to block for a bunch. We only have 3 energy. Probably Deceive Reality, Safety, and Evaluate is happening. Yes, not a good draw. We got most of the way there, though. We just take 1. Come on, Expunger. There it is. Let's just make sure this is lethal. It's 27 times 4 is super mega lethal. Okay. Alright, there's an Empty Fist. We have lots of Calm Enters now, so Empty Fist could be positive energy. I kind of like just entering Calm and having Inner Peace, though. We don't really need to exit. I know somebody was like, no, we should have picked the Empty Fist, but like, do we really need the Empty Fist? Seems like Empty Fist is another card between us and Expunger. Simmering Fury could help us draw Expunger, but we don't really enter Wrath. I think we should chill here. Okay, bunch of birds. Rude. They are all attacking. I see. Empty Fist is often equivalent to more than 1 card between you and Expunger by turning off Inner Peace card draw. Yeah, that's fair. Blocking is something we have to do here. I guess I'll evaluate 2. No downside to Consecrate. Might as well. Need to block for 12. Spirit Shield does that. Okay. There's the Conjure Blade. Ideally, we block for... Here's a spicy thing we could do. We could Conjure Blade for 4 and then Insight to have a 75% chance of drawing the Expunger immediately. And then, like, Miracle, kill one of them. Probably this one. Or knock one of them down. And then defend. Take 6. Even if we don't get it, we get Inner Peace, and then we can use the Energy Pop and the Tranquility to get it. So this plan cannot miss. Okay. I think we're knocking down this guy instead of that guy. He does 2 more damage, but this guy has strength. So he's a bigger threat. And then do we just defend, or do we like Energy Pot, Tranquility Strike? Or sorry, Vigilance Strike. We could also Tranquility Inner Peace and try and draw the Expunger again. It's not impossible. We also avoid all these cards getting into the shuffle, getting between me and Expunger. And then if it misses, we just Energy Pot for the 2 defense, block out. Okay. It's worth 14 health Energy Pot. It's probably good enough. We didn't get it. Okay. Do we have lethal? Blasphemy, Consecrate, Expunger, Eruption. Expunger is definitely killing somebody. Consecrate kills him and does some AoE damage. So we need like Consecrate and Eruption to kill probably the lower health one. So this will do 24, 12. This will do 27. Yeah, I think it is lethal. Cool. It better be lethal. Otherwise, we're dead. Cool. Rush down this card draw. Let's card draw that depends on us going into Wrath. Third Eye is block. Block and card draw. Kind of need both of those. Actually, do we need block? We turned 3 of our strikes into, like, a Spirit Shield and card draw. Seems like we have quite a bit of block. But Third Eye, like, scries for 5. And getting 5 cards closer to your Expunger is pretty nice. Especially when we've got, like, Insights. So we can, like, have an Insight in hand, scry away 5 cards, and then go draw the Expunger and play it. I think that's probably a better plan than Rushdown. Okay. Darn. Inner Peace doesn't work. Might as well go and Calm, I guess. This seems scary. I don't like it. We could Eruption. We're pretty much guaranteed to draw a Calm enter next turn, although we might not want to play it, given that we're hexed. We could just end turn now and block with Orichalcum. Very few attacks. Getting pretty sketched out about this. What's our line here? Yeah, I think playing no cards is probably correct. But we basically have to draw Conjure Blade and Apotheosis next turn. If they both bottom deck, we could definitely lose this fight, because then they draw it at the same time as we shuffle. Okay. Does Evaluate help? I guess Evaluate does help. Makes it less possible for these to get in different hands. Does it? Because it puts an Insight and a Daze. And then the Insight itself puts another Daze in. And we have to draw the Insight. We could draw the Insight and the Daze. I think it's bad. I'm having trouble justifying that. Why was this bad? So it puts a card in my draw pile that draws 2 cards, right? So if I draw that card, I have drawn an extra card. Hooray. It also puts a card in my draw pile that draws 0 cards. If I draw that card, I draw 1 fewer cards. So yeah, I shouldn't play it, because it doesn't help. Okay. Look at Conjure Blade. But we need some help. We should play 2 cards so that we can Apotheosis the Expunger next turn, and then shuffle with the Expunger in the deck, and then not Third Eye. Or we could play like 3 cards and then Third Eye one of them away. If we're playing... We can't kill either of them because we don't have any damage. So the more cards we play, the less Conjure Blade does. How much do we need Conjure Blade to do? Assuming we want to kill Cultist with it next turn, it needs to hit for 15 times 4 to kill Cultist. We have a strike as well, so 15 times 2 would... No, would not do it. So it has to be 15 times 3 if we want to use the strike with it. But then we're spending our turn Apotheosis strike Conjure Blade. I guess she's debuffing next turn, so she's not going to be doing a ton of damage. Oh, we're weak too. So that 15 is not 15, it's actually 9. So we can't even kill Cultists with it. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. We're in trouble. Bottom decked Apotheosis is bad for this deck. Chosen also bad. Do we just take like 35 and like Miracle Conjure Blade to get a 5-1? If we Conjure Blade for 5, we get 45 damage on Cultist. That is 2 cards, so we get the Apotheosis thing. So we'd kill Cultist with that line. We also take 35 damage. We could play Colorless Pot, but then if we play a skill with it, there's 6 cards in the draw pile. And we could miss Expunger. We could play the Colorless Pot card and the Third Eye, but then we're spending one of the energy, so we end up Conjure Blading for 4. And then it only does 36 to Cultist. We can't kill him. Yeah, I think Miracle Conjure Blade is the only way. Okay. It's possible we can use the Colorless Potion to, like, block next turn or something. Oh, crap. I didn't realize Conjure Blade was creating 2 cards, so we still have 6. Okay. I guess I should have third-eyed then, but I didn't know that was happening. Got it wrong. Okay, we did draw Apotheosis Expunger. We only bottom decked a Daze. So we're still taking 15. And this is the vulnerable attack, I believe. So she's setting up to kill us. But we have to kill Cultist, so I think we have to Apotheosis Expunger strike. I guess let's drink the Colorless Pot. I guess she's only hitting us for 9, huh? Because we have Orichalcum. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is doing 55. I guess I did my math wrong. Why did I think that 15 got reduced to 9? That would be such a huge reduction. Okay, so I did my math wrong. Fine. So we could have done it for 1 less, and we could have third-eyed. That would have been a much better line. God, we drew it again. If we get vulnerable out of the Colorless Pot, we're out of the fight. If we don't get vulnerable, we don't survive. We need to get, like, vulnerable or damage. Master strategy? Bomb and Mayhem are too slow. Spirit Shield. Not what I was looking for, but I guess it works. Alright, we're still alive. She's going back to debuffing. What the hell? That's bad. That's bad news. I guess we're hoping to use Inner Peace to shuffle and draw Expunger again next turn. Ugh. Yeah, at least Vulnerable's wearing off. Jesus. I hope we win next round. Do we win next round? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Actually, yeah, 18 plus, yeah. Well, it's not quite that simple because we're weak, but we do still win. Alright, we got through it. Jesus. We have a lot of stance changing, so maybe we can make Mental Fortress do stuff. It seems like we're planning on blocking with cards, though. We don't really ever exit Calm. We just enter in the Inner Peace. So I wish this Mental Fortress was a like water. Yeah. Chosen is a struggle for a lot of decks. I'm not a fan of doing Conjure Blade combos. I don't think Conjure Blade is a very strong package for Watcher. I kind of felt like I got forced into it here. But after I picked the Apotheosis, it does get a lot better with Apotheosis. I should have just done a stupid boss relic swap like normal. But I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do a new thing, so I got a Blasphemy. Do you think another Consecrate? I mean, if the Consecrate was a whatchamacallit, Conclude, then I agree, right? Conclude plus with Blasphemy is like you can kill the slavers with that. But just Consecrate seems pretty weak for Act 2. I know, yeah, we have been very fortunate. Well, actually, we want Apotheosis before the Conjure because it upgrades the Miracle, and then we get to Conjure Blade for more. I guess either way is pretty much fine. Because upgrading from 9 to 15 is pretty big. I think we're skipping here. Heal me? Nope, that's not what this event does. We could take the money and go to a shop. Go into a shop with 300, dodge the elite. Seems like a way to recover. Okay. Kunai, Toy Ornithopter, Strange Spoon. What does Strange Spoon do? Conjure Blade, Apotheosis. Tranquility. We don't want the Tranquility back, but the other two are okay. Spoon for extra expungers. Now you're thinking. Nirvana's terrible. We don't really have a block plan. We could take Kunai and instantly kill the run. Trying to do Kunai stuff. Which is what I know I would do. Also, like, we have one attack in the deck. 2 attacks. Kunai is off the table. Do not pick Kunai. Note to future self. Do not pick Kunai. We take like Ornithopter and a potion. Card remove gets us closer to Expunger. That's true. If we'd only taken that Consecrate, it would be so close to Kunai. I guess we do have 3 attacks, and Conjure Blade almost counts. Take the Kunai and the follow-up. Can't even afford it. Yeah, we're really low on health, so Ornithopter is pretty appealing from that perspective. Remove the last strike. Strike's not doing anything. Although it would have been helpful to have some more strikes in that chosen fight. You want to take Hand of Greed? Wow, that's a line. I don't know if I would have considered that. I kind of just was like, Hand of Greed. We do have Divinate Blasphemy, so we can, like, Divinity mode Hand of Greed. It seems like a pretty late Hand of Greed. Like, I feel like Hand of Greed is like, pretty much just an Act 1 card. But I guess you can farm people for it. It's just, like, the 20 gold is such a low value for farming people. Yeah, it's so ambitious. I love it, but I'm not going to do it. It's a great idea for, like, killing yourself with extreme style. It is a way to get stronger. I don't think we really need a way to get stronger. We need a way to, like, survive to set up the Conjure Blade thingamajig. Can we afford Toy Ornithopter skill pot card remove? Let's pull up our trusty dusty calculator. 169 plus 53 plus 75 is 297. So, no is the answer. Draft. So we could do like Ornithopter, skill pot, something else. No. Takes 10 hands just to pay for itself. We almost kill, and we usually kill something with Expunger, so it's almost always -1 hand per fight. What are you referring to? Are we still talking about Hand of Greed? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. 10 hands to pay for itself. I mean, it is also 20 damage, and it will be upgraded a lot, so it's probably less than 10, probably 8. But yes, I don't think it's good. I guess we could just take like Ornithopter Liquid Memories. We're not desperate for the card remove. It's a pretty thin deck. What is Liquid Memories doing though? I guess it gets back Expunger. Okay, alright. Fine. We'll do it. Yeah, we're resting here. Sorry, Act 2 Elite. I need to get my hair did. Oh, Surprise Shop. This is terrible. Missing orange pellets in the run. Collect, honestly, would be fine. I'm just glad this wasn't Chemical Axe. Chemical Axe would have been heartbreaking. I would love to see a Chemical Axe. Okay, clearly can't do anything here. I think we're resting again. What's our path look like after this? We have to commit before we know what's in the chest. I guess we could do this guy, but then we can't get 2. So I think we're going to go up the middle. I think we're going to rest and go for it. Worst case scenario, we wimp out and do some question marks afterwards. I mean, worst case scenario, we die, but... if we were going to die to an Act 2 Elite, we were going to die to an Act 2 Elite. Tiny slavers. Little small boys. We have Blasphemy Consecrate. If this had been a Conclude, man, I think is Blasphemy Conclude plus lethal on turn 1? I think it's not, right? Because Conclude is like 16 damage. No, it would be. God, that'd be insane. Boop. We have Tranquility Inner Peace though, so let's do that. Okay. Spirit Shield blocks for a ton. I think we're skipping Conjure Blade this cycle. Blasphemy double Consecrate very well might be, because it's they're vulnerable, so it would do 15, and then would go up to, whatchamacallit, 22. Yeah, so it would be lethal. Oh wait, no, it would be off by 1. Do 44 damage to Taskmaster. I guess we have a attack bot. Actually, if this attack bot is Conclude, we win right now, right? I mean, that sounds pretty good. Oh wait, we have Liquid Memories. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just blow all the potions then. I don't need potions. They're for using. There is a Conclude. Cool. We don't even need the Liquid Memories, so we can just save it. So this does 36 AoE, which just kills them by itself, right? I don't want to try it. It does, but I'm not going to click it. Just because I don't want to die to Blasphemy. It's happened before. It'll never happen again. Yeah, it does 54. Teardrop Locket. I guess we were supposed to take the, whatchamacallit. Teardrop Locket is great. That means we can, like, remove Vigilance now, if we want to. And just, like, Inner Peace all by itself. Get rid of Tranquility and Vigilance. Just Inner Peace all day. There's a Collect. It's kind of a dream. Actually, do we pick Collect? It seems like Collect goes with Conjure Blade. But it also seems like Conjure Blade is kind of good enough without it. And like, what if you draw the Collect after the... it's so awkward that this changes how many lines the text is. I hate it. And all it's doing is adding a +1 here. Spirit Shield likes to have more retained cards. I mean, really, we just want, like, Chemical Axe, right? Like, Chemical Axe makes Collect good. Without Chemical Axe, Collect is pretty meh. But like even if you like turn 1, like miracle out your collect for 1, it just like upgrades your miracle, right? And that makes the Conjure Blade better. I mean, I wish it was Daviform, right? Obviously, Daviform's way better than collect, but like we only really need 1 big turn where we spend a bunch of energy, so collect does it, and we don't have a Daviform. Can't believe I'm clicking collect. We have Golden Idol. We need some sustain. Seems pretty obvious. Do you ever take either of the other 2 here? This event is just like, hey, do you have Golden Idol? If so, welcome to the club. Otherwise, screw you. Yeah, I don't... Right, so... Exactly. So, most Watcher decks end up doing, like, Daviform, Cut Through Fate stuff, right? I guess I shouldn't say most, right? But, like, if you find an early Daviform and you build around it, like, that's what you end up doing. And Daviform doesn't work super well with Conjure Blade, because, like, if you're playing all those Cut-Through Fates, then you don't have the energy left over for Expunger, or for Conjure Blade. And if you're planning on playing Conjure Blade, then, like, then what do you do with all your energy on the other turns? So they don't really work well together, but if you have Conjure Blade already, I guess you should pick Daviform, because it gives you extra energy. But then you end up in a weird place where it's like you started with the Conjure Blade, and then you pick a Daviform, and then you pick Cut Through Fates, and then you're like, alright, can I remove this Conjure Blade? Right, sure. Question mark path or elite path? What are we hoping the question marks do exactly? Like, are we hoping we get thwacked? Is that the best case scenario? If so, why not just fight the elite? Because we already got the Forgotten Altar. I guess we talked about wanting apparitions earlier, because we didn't have a way to block, but now we have some block. No, we had this block when we were talking about apparitions. We've just added a 3rd eye since then, and a collect for some reason. Yeah, I think we go fight the elite. We skipped an elite earlier, so we should make up for it if we can. And I think we can. Alright, these guys. No card draw. We start in Calm now, so we could get extra energy by going into Eruption. Eruption Consecrate. I mean, I think we'd survive those fights. Not very convincingly. Conjure Blade's pretty good at Snake Plant. Let's just play this. The odds of being able to leave Wraithform were good, but... Wait, did I just skip a Consecrate? I did. I'm not skipping Consecrate. Okay. Here's the inner piece for draw. We could draw into Apotheosis, that'd be nice. Helps us block here. We could 3rd eye to help guarantee that. Okay. Seems like we're gonna 3rd eye either way. 3rd eye plus is not, like, super worth waiting for. It's like 1 defend. Darn. Safety? We can get rid of the collect. Well, I guess we can miracle out the collect. Yeah, okay. We can miracle and evaluate instead. No, we need to get that coin back for Conjure Blade. We're gonna take him 2. Okay. I think we're just Conjure Blading for 4, and then like Miracle Apotheosis to see if realitying. Or I guess. Wait, how does this work? I don't want to take 22. Seems like that line takes 22. Could just Miracle Conjure Blade. Thanks for the follow, San Mikhail. You like Deceive, Conjure, Miracle Safety. Wait, how do... Oh, I see. Yeah, app goes before the defend, obviously. Yep. Or before the safety. Yeah. Does Conjure Blade for 3 good enough? I guess if we go into... Conjure Blade for 3 is probably good enough for Sentry, because it does 45, and then in Divinity mode it's good enough for Spirit Guardian. Okay. There's the Expunger for Sentry. And we can block for 11 for the other guy. Let's just get rid of all the cards that aren't Blasphemy or don't draw a bunch. I guess, Vigilance blocks next turn. That's too expensive. Okay, Insight, Inner Peace, Spirit Shield seems good. And then if we draw Conjure Blade, we can just Blasphemy Conjure Blade. Or Expunger. Conjure Blade. Or we draw 2 Dazes. Alright. Take that baseball. That could use an ice cream. What? Oh, I guess the inside draws it. Last card. Is this lethal? 15 times... So it's 45 times 3. Yes, it's lethal. Okay. We got there. Nope. I don't think we want any of these. I guess upgrading a Through Violence is kind of neat. Upgrading Reach Heaven is not very good, though. It's too expensive. Adds cards that aren't Conjure Blade. No thanks. Uh-oh. This fight. I guess we play the Free Eruption. Hey, Merle. How's it going? I'm sorry, are you talking about all the Consecrates we didn't pick? Seems like you're picking about the unpicked ones. Apotheosis is always getting played. Consecrate Blasphemy is not lethal. Blasphemy Consecrate, rather. I guess technically Consecrate Blasphemy is lethal, but it's just lethal on me. Okay, seems like we need to play Conjure Blade. Let's see, for what though? So we already used Apotheosis, so it's just going to be 9. 45 is 5. That would be if we spent 1 energy blocking here. Lethal and you is still lethal. I guess that's true. It was lethal with the potion. That's fair. Yeah, I think you're right. It was. Well, wait, no, it would have been 44, wouldn't it? He would have survived. Maybe that's not true. Maybe there was a little bit more damage. Oh no, just 24, so it would have done 48. Sorry for missing lethal. This fight's way too scary to not take lethal. I definitely would have done that if I'd seen it. We took the free eruption this turn. Wait, no, it's not lethal, because 48 is not 54. Because it's 24, 48. Yeah, it's not lethal. You crazy. It would be lethal now. Or it would be lethal if I could play it 3 times somehow, but I can't play it 3 times. That's cheating. I guess with Eruption we could finish one of them off. But then we would die. I guess we can... We can still Liquid Memories it this turn. If, like, the strike makes it lethal. We only Liquid Memories 1 card, though. Last run I had whatchamacallit. Yeah, I figured that was probably it, because I was like, their current health is less than 48, but that's after I played it. The last run I had Sacred Bark, so I'm used to getting 2 cards back from Liquid Memories, so I would be able to get the Strike and the Liquid Memories back, which would be lethal here. But that's not the case. Man, if this deck had gotten Apparitions, I could, like, Blasphemy to get energy, and then Conjure Blade, and then double Apparition to dodge the wrath of whoever Watcher's God is. But no Apparitions. Okay, so we're back to this turn. We need to Conjure Blade for 5 if we want to kill the 44 health one next turn. Which just seems like an awful lot. I don't know if we're getting up to 5. We could Liquid Memories the Spirit Shield to block. We're drawing all these cards next turn. There's no miss. And we're drawing the Expunger. Can we ever play Expunger twice next turn? If Expunger is, like, in the first draw, and then we can shuffle with Inner Peace Insight, we can play it twice, potentially. Maybe we need that. Doesn't seem like we're in a good place if we need that. But I think Liquid Memories for the Spirit Shield has to happen, because we have to have a huge Conjure Blade. That's the only way to block with no energy. We don't need a 6 Conjure Blade though, right? So we can strike here. Or we could Deceive Reality, I guess. Safety seems bad. If Insight is not bottom of the deck, you can do double Conjure, I think. I mean, it depends on if we redraw the Conjure, right? After the shuffle. So there's Expunger. So that kills him. Hey, thanks for the raid, Terrence. I think you guys might be just in time to watch us die, but we'll see, I guess. Well, bottom deck Insight is fine, because we can draw with Inner Peace, so we get the Insight either way. We're here to watch you die. Alright, I think we have to top deck the Expunger in the next shuffle. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's not great, but we can still Third Eye and look for it. Does Blasphemy Consecrate Eruption mean that we can kill him too? If we're gonna Blasphemy, we have to Blasphemy before we Third Eye, because we can't play both if we play Blasphemy second. Oof. So this does 24, so that kills Wait, can we kill them with just these? Can we kill them with just what we have right now? So 24 plus... Yeah, 27. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay, great. Alright, we're not dying. We don't need that stupid... expunger. We're a strong, independent watcher. We can do it all on our own. Okay, fasting. We do some strength scaling stuff. Yeah, there's like 3 attacks in the deck, so finding lethal was not something I was looking for, but sure, whatever. There's not that many cards, so you pretty much find all of them. Pressure points is sort of compatible with like turbo drawing through the deck and like scrying and stuff, which is theoretically what we're doing when we're looking for expunger. It seems like expunger already does what pressure points wants to do when it grows up, so I don't think we need a pressure points. Seems kind of redundant. We don't have any source of artifact charges for the fasting, but we do have something that does a lot of attacks. How was your stream today, Terrence? I'll give you a shout out. Sorry, I was focused on that fight and not dying. I think when the stream came, I was like, "You've come in time to watch me die," but that's not what happened. So let me explain what's going on here a little bit. We started out not doing a boss relic swap on Watcher because I wanted to do a curse for a rare card, and the rare card was Blasphemy, so that's fun. Thanks for the follow, Pocahontas. So we got a Blasphemy deck. I picked up an Apotheosis at a shop after not a super productive Act 1. And then now we're trying to pair the Apotheosis with the Conjure Blade. So, like, ideally, we Conjure Blade for, like, 7, and then upgrade it to be, like, 7 times 15, and then go into Blasphemy, so it's 45 times 7. And then we remember that the heart can only be dealt 200 damage a turn, and we cry. But we have dreams. I think fasting is probably counterproductive. So let's skip it. Alright. A tiny gremlin leader with even tinier gremlins. So the gremlins at the beginning of the fight are small because of Preserved Insect. Are the newly summoned gremlins also small? I think they probably are. I think Preserved Insect just puts a size modifier on the whole fight. They're not. He summons full-size gremlins. That's so strange. Big boy gremlin leader is attacking on turn 1. I think we'll give him the liquid bronze. We might need the damage. This deck does specialize in doing huge bursts of damage, so maybe we don't need it. But maybe we do, and it's not really particularly useful in Hyper Beam guy fights. So. Yeah, people keep telling me Roman loses sheet, and I've seen the card art now, but I don't know. I guess I shouldn't misgender people. I don't want to play Eruption because I don't want to take 36 damage. So I guess I won't. I want to play Collect. Do we just play Collect now and let Orichalcum block for 6, take 12? Collect for 2. It seems okay. Certainly not great. Wait a minute, how do we kill Wizard without Blasphemy? Do we have to Conjure Blade on Wizard? It's a eyebrow-raising maneuver. I don't like Deceive Reality because it blocks for -2. I think it's either like Deceive Reality, Evaluate, Miracle Collect, or just Collect. This only blocks for 10. It does develop an Insight, and the Insight can get upgraded by the Apotheosis, so that's neat. Let's just Collect. Really concerned about this Gremlin Wizard. I do not know what we're going to do about that. Inner piece draws cards. Let's see what they are. One of them is Apotheosis. Okay. There's no point in blocking. We can't get lethal with Blasphemy. I guess we're done. Okay. So I think the plan is that we survive this turn somehow, and then we kill him next turn with a big expunger. Is that right? Maybe we should. Maybe the big brain play was to play evaluate on turn 1, so that when we get to this point, we can play Conjure Blade and then evaluate to draw it immediately and then end the fight. Because this is looking like a loss if we don't block. I guess they're only hitting for 53, so we can't die unless we kill ourselves. Alright, so how much do we need to Conjure Blade for if we're trying to kill Gremlin Leader? Whales do have big brains, but they also have big bodies. I think most scientific literature around brain size concerns the, like, brain size to body size ratio. So we don't have lethal. Blasphemy Consecrate does kill all the gremlins, but... okay, sorry, I got distracted by the thing. Okay, so when we Blasphemy, this hits for 27 times X, so we need to Conjure Blade for 4. We can Conjure Blade for 4 right now, and then worry about how we're going to block. Seems fine. Even if it was upgraded, that would... doing it for 2 would hit for 45 times 2, and then it would be 90, and then we would die. If Shield Gremlin hits the leader, then we do 27 times 4. How much does Shield block for? Because we're over by 8, and we're going to Consecrate this turn, so I think we're fine. But I will check how much he blocks for, because I do not know. Shield Gremlin. Tell me your secrets. He blocks for 8. So yeah, we're fine because we're playing Consecrate this turn, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's happening. We're miracling and blocking for ourselves. Yes, I know. Okay. The wiki says 8, so maybe it's 10. If I Consecrate this turn, I take 2 more damage. I guess that's true. I guess he was also taking 9 damage to the thorns, so that was not right. Okay, well, we have lethal, so I guess we'll get the fuck out of here. Did he block for 11? Or were both you and the wiki wrong? Because that's pretty exciting if that's the case. Big if true. Meditate seems good for getting back the expunger. It's in the purple text. I never read the purple text. Oh yeah, how did I say 11? What? Why? I don't understand how I just straight up misread that. Am I on Ascension 2+? No. I feel like adding a 20th card to the deck is a mistake. I feel like this deck needs to be super duper small to function. That's true. Empty Mind is actually pretty reasonable. I guess we only have Vigilance for Column Enter, and obviously Teardrop Locket. But Tranquility. Empty Mind does help us turbo. Meditate Plus is a hell of a drug. Gets us back like spirit shields and stuff. We don't have any stance exits though, and we like start in calm. So part of what Meditate does is so totally useless. But getting back like a spirit shield in the next Sponger is like kind of insane, right? How badly do we need this 2 health? I think we're resting. Does Meditate make Inner Peace better? Because we have Teardrop Locket, so we start in Calm. We pretty much never leave. Our only way of leaving is Eruption or Divinity. We don't play either of those unless we're winning the fight on that turn. I guess we can use Meditate to draw Inner Peace, if that's what you're suggesting. That's fair. So if we gain 2 health... Okay, so how much do we currently heal for at campsites? I feel kind of embarrassed to say this out loud, but we heal for 30% at a campsite. Where is this on the wiki? It's like just a rule. Somebody help me out. How much do we heal for? 30%? I'm gonna look up Regal Pillow, because I bet the wiki page for that will say. Aha, it links to the rest safe. Yeah, it's 30%. Okay. So 30% of 72 is 72 times 0.3. It's 21. So we heal for 21, and 74 times 0.2 is... Oh, shoot. 74 times 0.3. I was like, why is that less? It's 22. So we get net 3 health if we take a max HP and then heal. So we end up healing 2 right now to 25, and then 22 to 37. Which means we survive... Oh man, those Orblings are really going to mess with this deck. Expunger is common, so Expunger is pretty safe, but Conjure Blade, Apotheosis, and Blasphemy are all top tier targets for those little Orblings. So if we don't pick the Meditate, we heal for 21, and we skip the health right now, and we go to 44 versus 47, which does not survive the 2, but we probably block a little bit. I think we have to kill him before the Hyper Beam turn. It's possible we could, like, Spirit Shield our way through it, but unlikely, I would say. And we have, like, crazy damage, so I think we can definitely kill him. Meditate, I think, makes the deck better, but not, like, not a ton. Alright, I'm gonna take Meditate. I don't think the 2 max HP is worth enough. Alright, and we rest for 21, as predicted. Going up to 44, and we're gonna need to block a little bit. Doing the first 2 attacks. Third Eye helps me find the stuff. So does Inner Peace. He is attacking next turn, so I could see holding Deceive Reality. We've got 2 defends in hand and a Spirit Shield, so we lost a lot of our block already. I think we'll hold Deceive Reality. Or I'll draw Deceive Reality. Alright, 1 is stealing. That 1 has access to Apotheosis and Conjure Blade, disastrously. He is hitting for 16. Let's see if we can draw Apotheosis. Nope. Apotheosis and Conjure Blade is still going up next turn. But one of them is going to be inside that little Orbling. It seems. We can Eruption Vigilance for sort of free. It's not really free. But it lets us do Eruption Consecrate on this little nerd, so we can do 19 damage to him. If he takes either of these, we're basically losing. I guess Strength Pot Eruption Consecrate's slightly better. Seems like we're in a rough spot here. Strength Pot is pretty much always happening, whether or not we Eruption. We also need to, like, block for 24. And ideally play Collect. That sounds like a long list of things to do. Probably not doing all of them. So we could, like, Eruption, Consecrate, Tranquility. Collect for 2. We could, like, Consecrate, or Eruption, Consecrate, Tranquility, Deceive Reality, Safety? Yuck. I like not blocking at all, I think, because then we get Orc Alchem to do something. We still take 18 damage to the face. Alright. But, like, I guess if he takes Apotheosis, that's fine. We can just play Expunger, or play Conjure Blade, and then get the Apotheosis back later. Okay. But if he takes Conjure Blade, we're screwed. So it's a 50-50. Alright, let's see it. Ah, crap. Well, that's like most of the damage from the deck. So I think we just got sniped by that little guy. He figured us out. He was like, damage card detected. We literally have a Strike, an Eruption, and a Consecrate for damage with no Conjure Blade. We're so screwed. We have to use a Strike, Eruption, and Consecrate to like chip our way out, away at that Orbling. I think we upgrade Apotheosis just to make the Strike do more damage. Okay. Okay. Spear Shield, sure, why not? Didn't need that this turn. Yeah, it's true. We can meditate back our Strike. Just cry. We have a lot of energy. Get 3 upgraded miracles. Got an inner piece to go get the Eruption and the Consecrate. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so drawing 4 is too many. So I guess we'll play Defend first. Yeah, we want to play Vigilance after Eruption, ideally. Okay, we did get Eruption Consecrate, so we do have lethal for this orb. So we're going to play Conjure Blade this turn, and then draw it next turn. And then hopefully get lethal next turn. Seems like a tall order. I don't know if we have that much energy. Okay, so we're going to play either Vigilance or Meditate to exit. Let's just do this part. Oh wait, we shouldn't do that because the Consecrate already kills him. We don't need the Spirit Shield back, so we'll take the extra damage on Bronze Automaton in case it's useful. Okay. So I think we're playing all the Miracles this turn. Although I don't want to play them all before Conjure Blade, because I might want to play Conjure Blade and then something else. Yeah, probably, and then like Meditate or Vigilance. We'll end with one of those. If it's Vigilance, then we have a 6 energy Conjure Blade, so it's going to be 7 times 9. Ends up being 7 times 27. Not quite enough to kill Automaton next turn. So, not good enough. Let's see. Other things we could do... Oh, that's true. So it ends up being 11 times 7. Or sorry, 33 times 7. 33 times 7 seems like a lot. Calculator, help! 33 times 7. It's 231. Okay. Still not enough, obviously. I guess we could draw... Let's see, we could meditate back some other cards that do damage. Like the Eruption and Strike. So then it ends up being 11 times... Or 33 times 8. Or actually... Yeah, all the attacks do 33, so it ends up being 33 times 9. And 33 times 9 should be enough. Okay. It is. It's 297. It's over by 10. So we just have to end the turn with Meditate then. Do we survive that? He hits us for 24. He hits us for 8. Yes, we survive that. Seems like we could fit Third Eye too. Since we have to end with Meditate, we're doing Conjure Blade and then a Miracle and then Meditate. And so we'll fit the Third Eye in as well. I think we figured it out. Okay. That was scary. Cool. Master Reality? I think Master Reality is fighting for a spot with Apotheosis, and Apotheosis is already in the deck and upgraded. So I think no thank you on that. Although we do have Deceive Reality and Evaluate and Conjure Blade, all of which create cards. So it's not for nothing. Collect generates cards too, but they're already upgraded. It does mean it's always 15 instead of 9. Yeah, I mean, not always exactly. I think we probably are taking Conjure Blade number 2, to be honest. This deck is super dependent on getting a Conjure Blade. If we have a second one, then we get it more consistently, I think is more important than doing 2 of them. But doing 2 of them is also a thing. With the Meditate, having 2 Expungers kicking around means that we're more likely to be able to fish for 1 with Meditate. That's like a... Only the heart cares about that interaction, but... yeah, I mean... I don't want to get... I really don't want to collect for more than, like, 2, honestly. 2 is plenty. I mean, Master Reality is definitely worse than 2 HP. Brilliance is, I think, worse than 2 HP. I don't think we need to pervert the deck to try to put a Brilliance in there. It's just Conjure Blade or Skip, I think. Do we really need a second Conjure Blade, though? I mean, I guess it prevents Conjure Blade from being on the bottom of the deck, which is one of the lose conditions, so I guess yes. Fine. You could get Holy Water. Holy Water is actually super insane with Apotheosis, because you get 3 copies of Miracle, and then they all upgrade, so you get 6 energy on that one miraculous turn. Coffee Dripper seems pretty bad. We don't have any sustain other than the Bloody Idol, which is fine. And Kurski, we don't have any Curse Synergy stuff. We've already done a couple of card removes, so it would be expensive. Seems like Holy Water's probably the pick. We also have some pretty explosive turns with like Inner Peace, so having a ton of energy for that could be pretty helpful. Additionally, we have a Spirit Shield, so just having a lot of cards retaining is super good, because we need that to do the thing. Okay, Time Lord. We have to fight this guy, or else we can't go to Act 4. Going to Act 4 is fun. So I guess we have to either go to a shop or a question mark early on. Seems like question mark is probably what we want. Maybe get like a Mind Bloom or something. We're gonna have trouble surviving this Mega Elite fight, because we've got 4 fights in front of it, and a question mark, and no healing. Although then we have a fire after it. And the rest of the act is pretty easy. Question marks, fire, elite, fire. It's really just this Mega Elite asking us some questions we might not be able to answer. Okay. Spirit Shield blocks out here. Yeah, I mean, sorta. Okay. I think Spirit Shield and 1 proc of Collect is plenty. We could upgrade a Miracle with it. It's only really bad if we draw, like, Apotheosis Conjure Blade next turn. Okay, fine. What does this deck do in this fight? Like, are we killing Spiker with a Conjure Blade? Because that seems dangerous. Yikes. Okay, we have 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so we need to get rid of 2 cards before we can play Inner Peace. 2 defends, maybe? Maybe Miracle plus defend? We're probably spending quite a bit of energy this turn, since we have, we're drawing 4 cards. I guess we're probably not playing this, like, Consecrate, though, so maybe we want to save the Miracle. We don't need a huge Conjure Blade or anything this fight, though, so just let it go. Okay. Apotheosis is always happening. That is cheaper than free. So we have 2 Miracles in hand. Yeah, I guess Spirit Shield is the way we solve Spiker. Maybe we can kill Exploder with just Eruption Strike here. 9 plus 18 is 27. Yeah, with the if we can fit the Consecrate, we can do it. Okay. So we have to play the Defend to block Spiker damage. Actually, we don't. It's only 2 damage. Do we take 2 to get a bigger Conjure Blade? Or do we play Defend? We don't need a huge Conjure Blade. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Okay, so we'll just do, let's see, a Conjure Blade for 3 and a Conjure Blade for 4, or 1 big one for a lot? It doesn't seem like it matters. So I guess I'll take 2 little ones. Maybe I should have saved a Miracle. Maybe that was the play. Alright, we drew both. This is 18 times 3. That's a lot. Miracles block in hand. I'm not sure what that means. You mean with the Spirit Shield? Deceive Reality Safety blocks for 19. So that's 2 procs of Expunger. Yeah, that's enough. Cool. Okay. Alright, we'll just go into Wrath mode and use an Expunger, obviously. Then we could kill this nerd too. Okay, we healed on that fight. Empty Body's a no. This is just 2 max HP. Designer Inspire. We don't really need upgrades, so I guess this is a card remove. maybe we take the full service approach. We're not spending any more money until Act 4, so we might as well full service. Remove the last strike. Sure. I wish this text that says choose a card to remove, I wish it was up here and bigger. I don't know why it's just like this tiny little text that gets lost. You think defend? Why defend? I will not disagree that the strike is doing work. That's fair, but I think the defends do more important work, which is making sure I don't take damage while we do the Conjure Blade shenanigans. If we need that strike to be doing work, then we're in trouble. Also, we've got an explosive pot or fire pot. Whatever the strike is doing, the fire pot does it better. Get an eruption upgrade. Okay. Darklings. Pretty scary fight. I don't know what to do. There are a lot of competing options here. Oh, I just realized I should have taken the blue key instead of the bag of miracles. Bag of marbles. Bag of miracles. That's what this deck is. The bag of miracles. Because if I'd taken the blue key, I'd get to take an Act 3 relic, and this bag of miracles has never done anything. I guess it did, it like killed a gremlin in the gremlin leader fight. It's pretty important. Okay, so if we Apotheosis, we upgrade all our miracles, upgrade our Conjure Blade and our Vigilance. Vigilance blocks out with that. But then we don't upgrade our Expunger. We could like double Miracle and then Apotheosis and then Conjure Blade. Or sorry, and then Conjure Blade and then Miracle Apotheosis. To do something? No, why would we do that? Let's Apotheosis first. Those miracles are just so much better when they're upgraded. Okay, and we're using Vigilance to block out this turn. Which means that Eruption is cheaper than free. So we should play it. Okay. How much do we need the Conjure Blade for? Because we should save some miracles for the other Conjure Blade. Potentially that's through Collect. I mean, 5 has got to be big enough, right? It's for 45. I guess 6 is fine. We can get double Miracle and then Conjure Blade for 6. Miracle at the Collect. We could just collect now. It collects for 2. And then double Miracle, Conjure Blade for 5. Hold a Miracle. And we've got 2 miracles if we draw Conjure Blade next turn. Yeah, that seems okay. Not sure why I thought that 5 was enough. Now that I'm a turn later, I'm like, but 5 doesn't kill anybody. I guess it kills him if he doesn't have armor. Okay, so probably Inner Peace is happening, and then Spirit Shield. We have 3, 6, 7 cards in hand. Inner Peace goes up to 10. Spirit Shield blocks for the max. Seems like we're taking 2 damage. Okay. Oh, it's 5. That's more than I thought. Expunger kills him, or knocks him down. Double defend blocks out. Conjure Blade. We could have meditated Spirit Shield, that's true. But it costs extra energy, and we would have had the Miracle for it. I wanted to save the Miracles for Conjure Blade. Knock him out. And we'll defend, figure out how big we want this Conjure Blade to be. We put the last one at 5. Putting this one at 6 is inconvenient, so we'll put this one at 5 too. No, we'll put it at 6. So that we can kill this guy next turn. Wait, it doesn't do that. It does 54 damage at 6. Oh wait, it's at 7. Yeah, so 7 does it. 63 damage. Okay. That's a big expunger. Okay, I guess we block and knock him down. Basically just waiting on Meditate to get 2 back at the same time. Or like Blasphemy or something. Okay, Meditate gets back an Expunger and I guess a Spirit Shield? Alright, can we get lethal here? Probably. Blasphemy, Expunger kills the 2 with the highest health, which is these 2. And then, like, Consecrate leaves him with 5 health and we lose. Darn. Last 2 cards are these 2, which is no help. Alright, well I guess we'll just Expunger to knock a couple of them down. Try again later. We have to block this 13 if we're not taking him down. That's fine. We'll just take him down. Man, this fight's such a pain in the butt. We're not going to draw here, because we don't want to draw into Expungers yet. We're going to draw them both next turn. Just took 1 damage for no reason. Alright, Expunger, Meditate sets up for 2 Expungers next turn, which should be enough for lethal. But we can't Meditate because we have to use Spirit Shield to block out this turn, which is annoying. Why are we 3 energy deck? What is happening here? We like, what was our... Oh, we took an Astrolabe and a Holy Water. Okay. This is lethal, right? Blasphemy, Expunger, Eruption, Consecrate. Yeah, this is lethal. Okay. Finally. Tantrum? We have a lot of Calmenters. If we'd taken a Rushdown, Tantrum would be amazing, but we didn't take the Rushdown. Fasting seems terrible. I considered it before, but it seems really bad now. We talked about pressure points last time we saw it. I think it's a no. We have to fight this guy, so we have to fight this guy. Alright. What do we need Conjure Blade to do in this fight? Same thing as we need to do in every fight, I suppose. Why would we hard pivot? We're good. We just gotta... I don't know. You can Conjure Blade the Heart to Death. It can happen. Tantrum is good. 5? Seems like enough. Keep a Miracle, just in case. Being a... 3 energy deck is not making me feel good. Yeah, Talk to the Hand would be great. Is this lethal if we get Blasphemy? It definitely is. We got Blasphemy. 45 times 5 is like well over 200. Prove me wrong. Okay. Wow, this is the 3rd pressure points plus we've been offered like in a row, basically. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Max HP. collect for 3, I guess. There's nothing to do this turn. Gambler's Brew for better stuff? No, I'll just collect for 3. Yeah, Talk to the Hand is pretty incredible. Okay, we've got too many cards in hand to inner peace. We could play like Miracle Plus and Third Eye to like clear the way a little bit. We've got 3, 6, 9 cards in hand. So playing 2 cards gets us down to 7. That gets us there. Okay. We're definitely gonna have to play Third Eye as well, so. No. Defense are not very good for blocking for 30. Apotheosis, there it is. Okay. We've both Conjure Blades on the bottom of the deck next turn. Let's see, what do we do now? Evaluate Defend, blocks for 13. This shuffle was really awkward. I was hoping to draw a Conjure Blade and then like use the Gambler's Brew to draw it. I guess we're playing Vigilance, so Eruption is positive energy, so we'll just Eruption, Vigilance, evaluate. We Miracle out both of these. Blocks out. We've got Collect for another turn. So it's the difference between having 3 and 4 Miracles next turn. We get a safety too, sure. Oops, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. The card appeared under my mouse cursor in a way that surprised me muchly. Okay, so working backwards from Blasphemy, we need to do 294 damage. It's probably the same as 300. So what's 300 divided by 45? Quick, to the calculator. It is 7, if you round up. If you round down, it's 6. We can hit 7 with one of the Conjure Blades, but not both. So I think I guess we hit 8 with that one. A tremendous feat of Conjure Blading. Can we find it? Nope. Do we ever Miracle out a Deceive Reality to get another safety? Next turn does seem a little scary. No. Oh crap, we're weak. I did not think about that. So if we're weak, then our 45 turns into a 34. 34 times 8 is probably not enough. That is 272 damage. So we have to, like, Miracle, Eruption, Consecrate here. Okay. So that does get us there. Let's do the Deceive Reality for safety, and then I guess Conjure Blade for 3? No, that's a card in between us and the real Conjure Blade. So we'll skip that. Spirit Shield and Tranquility blocks. Wrath is more important than Talk. But Talk is extremely effective, making Watcher wildly efficient. Wait, what? Yeah, why do you need Wrath? Are you talking about Omnicloud? Are you talking about Tantrum? Very confusing chat messages flying around. Okay, I think we're just blocking out with Spirit Shield. Tranquility. And then third eye sets up a guaranteed lethal next turn. The Expunger. It's already there. We don't need to do anything. Blasphemy Expunger is 278, and if we're wrong, we die. Is it 278? I just want to check because I don't want to be wrong and die. So calculator again. So we're doing 9 times 3 times 0.75 is 20. It's 20 damage per tick. 20 times 8. Wait. That's nowhere near enough. How, what, and why? Those are the questions. How, what, and why? Also, 20 is nowhere near 6 times 3. Why does this round twice? That seems odd. I guess 9 is, has some bad rounding. Because it's getting multiplied by 3, I guess. So 20 times 8 is not enough. It's 160. So we're like way off. Okay. Well, we can just Expunger and then meditate here. Still not enough, but at least we don't die to being stupid. Expunger for sure, and then he's at 228, so another 20 damage doesn't help. We're still weak next turn, so I guess we're going to take a Spirit Shield so we can block. Oh, we got a Consecrate too. Is that enough now? No, it's not. Okay. So Spirit Shield and Expunger are happening. Okay, now it's enough next time we see it. Oh wait, no, it's 160, still not enough. And let's try and draw a Meditate. No. Conjure Blade for 2, just to get a little boost. Okay. It is a card between me and Meditate, but... Alright, the weak has worn off, so if we can get the big Conjure Blade now, that goes off. So let's third eye, leave Meditate and something else. I guess the Expunger, draw them both. Play the Expunger, and meditate back both Expungers. For lethal next turn. Okay. Great. I'm presuming this is lethal now. It is 27. Oh, because now we're not weak. Yeah, okay. Alright. There's a Wave of the Hand. People were talking about that in chat. Wave of the Hand's a good card for sure. Seems like getting access to some weak would be really nice. It's a good solution for the Heart Fight. It's got a good upgrade, so Apotheosis does a lot of work on it. Yeah, you know, he did damage to me, but I was like, I thought I had blocked out, so I wasn't planning on blocking anymore. But I'm not sure what I messed up. I think he was hitting for like 30 times 2 instead of 15 times 2 or something. I was confused. Yeah, let's take the wave. 21st card. Max HP Nemesis. I like the way max HP and Preserved Insect interact. It's like, no. You're actually not really all that cool. Alright. Doing the same sort of math again. Blasphemy Conjure Blade. Need to hit it for about 200. Alright, let's do... 187 divided by 27. And we need to hit 7. Okay. 7 shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so there's your Conjure Blade for 7. We need to hit it on a turn when he's vulnerable, but maybe we can use Gambler's Brew to do that. We could try and hit it right now. We'd only get 2 cards, I guess. Oh, he was doing 15 times 3. I see. Yeah, I definitely did block for 15 times 2. I thought it was a times 2. Alright. Spirit Shield, Wave of the Hand, Miracle, Third Eye Defend. Is that overreacting? Seems like a lot of reacting. I don't think it's overreacting. We don't want to interpiece this turn because we don't want to draw Expunger because he's invulnerable. So let's do the thing. We do want to draw it next turn, so we're getting rid of everything that isn't Expunger. We don't need Meditate for this guy. And I guess we'll get an extra week. Okay. There's the Expunger. He's vulnerable. We have Divinity. We calculated this out earlier. Should be enough. Not going to calculate it again. Nope. It was enough. A Potion Belt and an Emerald Key. Hey, there's a Talk of the Hand. That's one of the few cards in the game where you're just like, celebrate! Talk to the Hand. Alright, we pick this card. That's one you're going to want to click. I think we go ahead and upgrade the Talk to the Hand. I think Talk to the Hand and Wave of the Hand are kind of fighting over it here. Either one of them could be the pick. The question that we care about with upgrades is, does it matter if this because the only window where the upgrade matters is before Apotheosis is played. So it's like, does it matter that this is upgraded? That this is sometimes drawn unupgraded. And the most important upgrades, I think, from that context are Talk to the Hand, Wave of the Hand, and Collect. And I think Wave of the Hand's probably last in that list. I don't know why Collect would get the upgrade. Talk to the Hand's upgrade is amazing. Why does a card that's so good get a 50% upgrade? It's beyond imagination. Okay. This guy is big, but then also little. Preserved Insect, asking us the questions we don't know the answer to. Let's go Talk to the Hand down, and I think play Collect for 2. There's an argument for Third Eye here, too. But I think I like Collect for 2 better. And for that big old Conjure Blade. Alright, I guess it's just double defend, evaluate. No point in meditating a Third Eye here. It doesn't matter much, but it matters enough. We're gonna play the stupid Consecrate. Okay. Moderately large head, so intimidating with his moderate size. He's like kind of a small statue now. Like normally he's a big intimidating statue, but this time it's just yeah, I don't understand why Preserved Insect is a common. So you don't have to think about it, which is a big question for like card rarity. Is like, is it important for you to think about it? If no, it can be a common. Alright, there's the Apotheosis. We have 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so we can't play Insight. How do we feel about Eruption Insight? Eruption gets us more energy, so if we draw Conjure Blade, we can use it. Although it turns off Inner Peace. Alright, let's just play Wave of the Hand instead. If we draw Inner Peace, we could just Gambler's Brew to look for more cards. I really like that Eruption is positive energy. It probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, Bag of Prep. Bag of Prep is insane. Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch is like way over budget in terms of power. But like, yeah, so Relic Rarity is about two things, right? It's about power, but it's also about complexity. So like a really complicated relic to think about, like a Gira, has to be rare no matter how good it is. Because it's like, oh, do I want to do this at a campsite? I don't know. That's sort of complicated. And then like, things like kunai and shuriken and bottles and stuff, those have to be uncommons because like you have to think about them at least a little bit. But then like it seems like insect is like way out of the power envelope of most common relics, so I think the power alone is enough to promote it. It's just that Wave of the Hand doesn't really do anything here. Like, we're probably not blocking this turn because he's not attacking. I want to save that potion, though. Okay, we did not draw the thing. Do we Gambler's Brew now? Gambler's Brew, the Eruption, Tranquility, and Ascender's Bane and Spirit Shield, which guarantees a Conjure Blade. Get a huge one. I think this guarantees lethal, actually. So if we Conjure Blade, or if we Gambler's Brew, we're guaranteed to draw at least one Conjure Blade, and then we just pump a ton of energy into it. It ends up being a Conjure Blade for 12. So it's 9 times 12. It's 9 times 12. Alright, what's 27 times 12? And I'm going to say times 1.1 as well. 356, where it's actually not lethal. Although it is lethal with Fire Pot. I'm going to do it anyway. We just have to play one card to make it times 1.2 instead of 1.1. So 27 times 12 times 1.2 is lethal. So if we play, yeah, Blasphemy, any card, and then Conjure Blade is lethal, and I'm pretty sure there's no cards in the deck that wouldn't qualify. Or I guess there's Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade wouldn't work because then we'd run out of energy. Okay. And we got both Conjure Blades. Alright. Play the other one? Yes. Okay, let's get up some slow triggers just for fun. Oh, we are weak, that's true. Alright, maybe these slow triggers are important. Maybe not doing the math will cost me this time. I suspect no. Yeah, definitely not. Should have done the math, didn't realize I was weak. But we got there. Okay. Ooh, second inner piece. Versus Wheel Kick. It'd be nice to, like, do some damage sometimes. It would also be nice just to, like, get a... Oh my god, can you imagine Art of War in this deck? Art of War would be so busted. Yeah, I think that would have been if I hadn't gotten so many playable cards, or if I just jammed it without trying to clown on the giant head. I think that would have been my first death to Blasphemy on stream, and I leveled all the way from 1 to 20 with Watcher on stream, and have had many heart kills since then. So I've never failed to do the math and been punished, but I have not done the math several times. And I would include this one in that because I did the math wrong. But it worked, so... so Wheel Kick fights with the Art of War that we don't have. Whereas Inner Peace is a little bit better with the imaginary Art of War. But we don't have an Art of War, and maybe we need a Will Kick for damage? Seems like we don't have very much damage. Procs Talk to the Hand. It's crazy how Talk to the Hand continues to be good even though this deck has, like, no attacks. It's like, the Consecrate and Interruption interactions don't matter, it's just the Expunger interactions that matter. I think I will take an Inner Piece. Give me those Expungers. This is pretty good Sapphire Key. Although, Ceramic Fish plus Blood Idol is fun. We're probably not adding too many workers. Okay. Writhing Mass, hiding in a question mark. Waiting for his chance to strike. Yeah, this is a really tough fight for this deck. The one use for fish. Yeah, it would have been a good fish, but we have to take the key, unfortunately. Yeah, also, the other card we could have taken for key was Bag of Marbles, and Bag of Marbles has done hot nothing. I didn't think about the Bag of Marbles when I picked it. It was a long time ago. We still had strikes in the deck back then, so... if we talk to the hand and he starts cursing us, do we Eruption? Because that seems dangerous. I guess we have Vigilance and Miracles and Inner Peace, but... Alright. Okay, alright, that's fine. I guess... just like Vigilance, Evaluate, spend a Miracle. We could Inner Peace, go looking for Apotheosis, or Spirit Shield or something. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Alright, Bag of Marbles. Good call. It is going to be a little bit tough to land Talk to the Hand on Act 4 Elites. We'll need to get Wave of the Hand first. You find that Bag of Marbles is bad in a lot of your Watcher decks, but you think it's more down to how I usually build decks than Marbles actually being bad. Artifact Strip is also important, yeah. I think it's useful in like Act 1 when you're like blowing people up with Eruption and stuff. But after that it becomes a little bit less useful. We have Third Eye Insight to try and draw Apotheosis. Oh, it's right there. I found it. Do we need Defend? I think we do need Defend. Alright, I'm playing a little too fast. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I think we want to play both Defends, which means we're gonna have an extra energy, so I think we could collect for 2. There. Man, this Tranquility has not been good. I thought it was going to be a good addition, but it was, Oh wait, no, Tranquility came from the, Astrolabe, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Inner Peace, Spirit Shield, Tranquility. So never mind. It's better than the Strike. Inner Peace could draw one of the Conjure Blades, which are both on the bottom of the deck. I said that they can't both be on the bottom of the deck, but then they have both been on the bottom of the deck in the last 2 fights. The reason we took 2 is to avoid one of them bottom decking. Doesn't help you if they both do it. Consecrate's not crazy here. Blocks for 3. We don't particularly want to get vulnerable in the fight. We don't have very much block. But it could end up getting us cursed. I don't like getting cursed. This is a pretty small deck, pretty sensitive to parasites. I think we're just going to play it cool here. Alright, we draw 2. He is at 165. This does 27. Oh my god, how many things am I going to divide by 27 today? So we need to get it for 6. So we have to take 4 damage. Okay. It's lethal next turn, so that's fine. Wait, this doesn't weaken you, does it? I assume it was vulnerable, but if it's weak, then math changes. I guess it's too late now. We'll see what it is. No consecrate. It's vulnerable and weak. Charming. Okay. Well, then we can't kill him. So we're gonna have to, like, expunger this turn and then also, like, get it back with, meditate. Wave of the Hand expunger is pretty cute this turn. Stacks up a ton of weak on him. We still got time for Deceive Reality. Maybe we Spirit Shield first. Spirit Shield, Deceive, Miracle, Expunger. Deceive. Seems fine. We could need to block for 28. It's hard to tell. Gotta hope he's not cursing again. Aha, sitting for 30. Exactly as I predicted. Alright, third eye helps us draw towards the meditate. There it is. I think we need to consecrate here. We don't want to be weak again. Actually, wait, is weak okay? Alright, so it is... What's 27 after your week? 27 times 0.75 is 20. So it would be 20 times 6, which is not lethal. Trapped. Okay, so let's consecrate then. We have 18 blocks, we should be okay. Unless it's curse. Okay, it's not. It is armor, but that should be okay. Just gonna defend instead of evaluate. We need to draw meditate without shuffling. Damn it. Well, we either need to accept a curse to get a guaranteed lethal next turn, or we need to inner piece, which screws up our shuffle. And look for an attack. We could use Liquid Memories, that's true. Liquid Memories to avoid a... curse. I guess the nightmare is we inner piece and then still don't draw an attack. And that's a pretty realistic nightmare. So I think Liquid Memories is probably worth a curse? Ah, gosh. Yeah. So, okay, so if you're at a shop, you can buy a Liquid Memories for like 80, and a card remove would cost me 100, I think. So I guess. There's also the opportunity cost of getting to a shop. Doesn't make me feel great, but I'll do it. 27, yeah, it was supposed to be lethal at way higher health, so I'm pretty sure it's lethal. I'm gonna skip the math. Okay. Maximum health points, please. Alright, 2 more question marks, and then Fire Elite Fire, and then go to Act 4. I think Act 4 starts right here. Like, as soon as everything is predictable, right? Like this fire, the Act 3 elites, the Act 4 fire, the Act 4 shop, the Act 4 Spire elites, and the heart is all the end game for me. Losing collect is like kind of a good thing. Collect is not really super good. Is it worth 111 gold? I would definitely not buy collect for 111 gold. That's kind of what this event is asking me. Would you buy a collect for 111 gold? Certainly not. I wouldn't buy a fire potion for 111 gold though either, so maybe the fire potion is worse. Fire potion kills a dagger or a cultist. Also heals for 5. I think we lose the collect. It's not like a core part of the deck, it's fine. Now that we have holy water, it's way less important. If we had a chemical axe, I would keep the collect, give him 100 gold. Maybe we just give him 100 gold. We don't need to get anything huge at the Act 4 shop, and collect is better than nothing. Maybe I would buy a collect for 111 gold right now. So if we pay 111 gold, we go down to 167. We get some gold here, so we get to like 200. 200 for the Act 4 shop. Seems fine. I mean, what like... It means we can't buy a chemical axe at the Act 4 shop, but like... Okay. You probably just want potions at the Act 4 shop anyway. Anchor. Okay. Great. Jawworms. We're so constrained on energy, having taken Holy Water and Astrolabe. Yeah, we might need more for potions, that's fair. Okay, Conjure Blade for 5 seems like enough here. It also seems like a lot. I guess it's not too much, it's just this. And then we can third eye to look for it. Play with the hand would have been nice this turn. And we're taking 12 currently, we can take 7 if we defend. I think that's correct. Although now we're a 3 energy deck for realsies. Wave of the Hand Evaluate is fine. Maybe we start with Inner Peace. Inner Peace Spirit Shield is probably what's happening, actually. Okay. Oof. Getting in for like 20 here. Collect is too slow in this fight. Okay. Is Eruption Talk to the Hand Fire Pot lethal on one of them? Kind of screws up the whatchamacallit, Orichalcum block, because we block for 3. Oh, I guess we could talk to the hand last and then we don't block for 3. He still hits for 24 though. It's 9 plus 14 is 23, so it's not enough to lethal anyway. Alright, I think it's probably just like Deceive Reality, Apotheosis safety. Okay. They are stacking up. Expunger just missed a shuffle. Does 15 times 5, so it's plenty of damage. These two are both 10 strength, and they're both 45 health. He's got more armor, so I guess we kill him. Okay. And then, like, vigilance, I guess, to block. Yikes. Just getting really beat up here. Maybe Conjure Blade for 2? Block the Orc Alchem. Yikes. We were at, like, full health going into this fight. This fight hurts so much. Triple Jawworm. We even kept a fire pot for like a dagger. This deck is too slow for this. Do we ever like defend Conjure Blade? No, this blocks for only 2. This would hit for 3. 27 times 3 definitely kills 1. Oh, sorry, did I say triple cultist? Yeah, triple jawworm. Yeah, triple cultist was a struggle. Conjure Blade for 2 versus 3. So if we Conjure Blade for 2, assuming we're in Blasphemy on the turn we play the Conjure Blade for 2, which is charitable. Then it does 54 damage. 54 is enough. Okay. Maybe we do get lethal. We do have Consecrate and Eruption coming up. And Talk to the Hand. So maybe if we like draw all those in the same hand, we can get lethal like next turn. Okay. We also have a Fire Pot. Or if we get a couple of those pieces and not the whole thing. Ouch. Meditate. Wave of the Hand, Spirit Shield. Try and draw lethal next turn. Blocks for 24. I think that approximately blocks out. Okay. Or blocks for 20, I guess. Still taking 5. Come on, deck. Give me some damage. Okay. That's about as much damage as we can ask for. We didn't get the Expunger, but we can probably draw it with Inner Peace. 3, 6, 7 cards. Inner Peace is safe. Third Eye first, though, right? I'm presuming we're getting lethal here. This is only the 9x2 one. So gotta be a little careful. It still turns into 27x2, which is still lethal on either. And then we need Talk to the Hand, Consecrate, Eruption to be lethal for the other one. So it does 21 plus 27. Yeah, it's lethal. Okay. So it's guaranteed. We just need a Third Eye, Inner Peace, Blasphemy. Oh my god, do we have enough energy? Yeah, we're exiting Calm too. Okay. Alright, this one needs the most damage. Okay. Got through it. Battle Hymn's actually kind of interesting. Get upgraded smites. Feels like we're way behind on damage. Kind of feels like we're behind on blocking too, though, which is a scary place to be. You don't want to be behind on both of those. No, I don't think so. Max HP. Alright. Seems like we're resting here. Good thing we recalled Knack 2, because these campsites are necessary. Alright. I want to draw some cards. We are at 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we gotta get rid of 1. We could collect for 5. I think we're probably firepotting one of them, so we're already blocked out. So I guess we'll just overdraw by 1. use Conjure Blade. Let's kill you. And then how much do we need Conjure Blade to do? Same old math. It's going to be times 15. So we actually only needed to hit it for 3. Assuming we're going to play a... whatchamacallit? What's that card called? Consecrate at some point. So if we hit it for 3, it does 45 times 3, which is 135. I guess it's not quite enough with the... whatchamacallit? Consecrate. We don't really need it to hit for more than 3, though. And hitting for 4 is more convenient, so let's do 4. And then let's try and draw it with Inner Peace right now. Oh wait, we don't want to draw it now. We want to draw it with Blasphemy. So I'll hold the energy. No, we want to upgrade at least 1 miracle. Maybe 2. Let's just do 1 in case we draw Apotheosis. Could try and draw Apotheosis now. 3, 6, 8 cards. No. Okay. We got it. We can just kill her right now. 15 times 4, 45 times 4. Yeah, it's definitely lethal. It's 180. Okay. Cool. Fast enough, but for sure. Goodbye. Turn 2. She thinks she does a lot of damage on turn 2. We can take a 3rd Conjure Blade. Study helps us turbo a little bit. I don't think 3rd Conjure Blade is correct. Alright, let's just take some nice HP. And upgrades aren't super valuable. We're about to go fight 2 Act 3 bosses, so resting seems wise. Wave of the Hand would probably be the next upgrade if we were getting one. We definitely could have done it. It's an option. Alright. What's our plan for Time Lord? Let's stop and think about this for a second. We probably want to do, like, a turn where we, like, get him down. We, like, play Expunger, then play Meditate, and then the second Expunger kills him. I don't think we're trying to do an Expunger for 480, although I'm not against it if we can. Just to be clear. We get Eruption here for extra energy, and then triple Miracle Conjure Blade for 10. 10 times 45 is... or, no, 10 times 27 is... wait, we can't do times 27 twice. Because then we'd die after the first one. We need a huge Conjure Blade. We have Conjure Blade on turn 1. I think we have to play it immediately. All of my math is different now because we got Vajra. So it's no longer 9 times X or 15 times X. It's now 10 times X or 16 times X. So since we're playing the Conjure Blade before Apotheosis, if we did it all right now, we'd go up to 10 energy, right? Wait, how would we go up to 10 energy? Go to 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, then plus 1. So this would be 10, 16. 16 times 3 is what? 48? Wait. Yeah, 48, right? 16 times 3. Yeah, 48. So it'd be 48 times 10, which is exactly lethal. That's just cool. I just like doing 480 damage to Time Eater. Let's do that, right? We do waste the 5 health from the Ornithopter. But we get to hit Time Eater for exactly 480, so... And this could happen next turn, too. All we have to draw is Apotheosis, Blasphemy, and the Expunger. Okay. There's the expunger. Crap. That's too early. Okay, we can still meditate it. He also might weaken us. That's part of his kit. So I guess we just like expunger, evaluate, defend. Try not to take too much damage. Do 100. I don't need the calculator for that one. There's the Blasphemy. It's not upgraded yet. So I think we're hoping for inner peace into like Apotheosis here. Nope. Shoot. We can't even like Spirit Shield meditate. We're a 3 energy deck. Spirit Shield is quite nice. We could talk to the hand, meditate, and then block for a 30 next turn with Expunger. I don't want to take 24 though. I think we just Spirit Shield. 10 on the clock is concerning. Okay, I think we just like Wave of the Hand, Deceive Reality. Apotheosis being on the bottom of the deck is a new feeling. I don't like it. Yeah, I like developing a safety. I don't like, I like weakening him. Alright. Apotheosis is definitely happening. We have 3, 6, 7 cards, so we can interpiece. Hold on to the insight for later. There's Expunger. We don't have enough energy to Third Eye, Insight, Blasphemy, Expunger now. Why does it do 16 damage now? Oh, right, because we're not... Wait. Why did it do 10? Oh, right, because we upgraded it. Hey, can you stop yelling at me? This is stressful enough without little kitties yelling. If we do 160 damage to him, does he split? He goes to 205 and splits. That gives us a little bit of time to reassemble ourselves, get the Blasphemy and the Meditate going. Only costs 1 card. Sure. I mean, it does 160 damage. I should just play it, right? Can't be that much of a downside. Okay, there's the Blasphemy. We just need the Meditate, and then to survive another turn. We could try Insight now to get the Meditate and do it next turn. That seems wise. Okay, no Meditate. We'll get another Insight, which guarantees Meditate next turn. Actually, it doesn't. Because it would overdraw. Oh no, drawing 2 would be correct. Okay, yeah. I think this increases our odds. Yeah, it increases it from 5 out of 6 to 100%. But we're still talking about setting it up for the following turn. We can't get it this turn. We do have a safety. We are weak also, so the math does change, but that's going to expire next turn. Okay. Do we ever do anything else? No. Okay. He's hitting for 30. How rude. We're gonna end with Meditate. Probably Safety and Deceive Reality are happening too. I guess Safety and Defend. So this blocks for 24, so we take 6 more. The card doesn't matter. Okay. Got through it. Didn't work out great. Okay. We could expunge her here, but we probably want a Spirit Shield. Biggest expunger we could get would be Spirit Shield, Triple Miracle, Conjure Blade. Which would be Conjure Blade for only 4. I think we'll just wait on Apotheosis upgrading the miracles at that rate. And try to set up for the future. Oh, maybe Deceive Reality would have been better setup. There's Apotheosis. Nice. We have 3, 6, 7 cards in hand, so Inner Peace is safe. Blasphemy is not very useful in the fight. We need to block for a bunch. We only have access to 16. We don't have any stance changing other than the eruption, so we can't get out if we go in. So we're probably not going in. I guess Blasphemy technically is stance changing. Not looking great here. Wait, do we just die this turn? We do, don't we? 32 coming in from him, 12 from these. Yeah, we can only block 16. So we're taking 30 and dying. And there's nothing we can do about it. Trap. Lost a lot of health to Time Lord. Definitely thought the Awakened One fight was winnable, but we didn't have really enough front-loaded block, I guess. Pretty weird run. Started off with a non-swap. We kept our starter, went for Blasphemy, and a Curse. The Curse was clumsy, so that was nice. And Blasphemy, I think you would expect to be quite a high roll. We ended up removing all of our attacks other than Eruption, Consecrate, Apotheosis, and Talk to the Hand, which was a latecomer to the party. Apotheosis is not an attack. I don't know why I listed that. And then we had 2 Conjure Blades. So we were kind of memeing here. Collect Conjure Blade, just doing some stuff. We tried to get Meditate to get back the expungers, but we needed to like bottle that Apotheosis or something because the deck was just horrible when we bottom decked Apotheosis. Would I have been safe on that turn with the Deceive Reality? I have to remember what the top couple cards of the deck were, too, because I did get rid of a couple of cards with the Third Eye. I suspect the answer is no, but maybe. I think we wouldn't have drawn the... well, I don't know. Could have used an extra Spirit Shield. It was that kind of a deck. We had a lot of retained cards with the Collect and the Miracles. Blasphemy. 2 Spirit Shields would have been really nice. Talk to the Hand, obviously. If we'd gotten that earlier, we would have had a totally different plan with more attacks in it and less only Expunger. Actually, maybe the Talk to the Hand wasn't good. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's a Talk to the Hand. Pick. And it seemed like a solution to a lot of our defensive woes. But really, it was only working when we were expunging people. And when you're expunging people, Why do you need to do other stuff? I mean, I guess against the heart, you're not killing him with Expunger, but um, maybe you should be. Yeah, I'm not sure how this deck was going to win. Apotheosis plus is fun, but we didn't have the thing. We just needed to pick a better strategy. Just Conjure Blades, it's not very good. It's hard to get a win with that.